Alrighty, everybody. This is a tribute to Lanlee. Um, all trolls, all negative comments will be blocked, banned, timed out, whole 9 yards. We're gonna start with the block. I'm not gonna have any negative comments. If I find any negative comments in the comment section as when the video ends, they all will be blocked and timed out. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Devil. Thank you for coming in. I'm getting it set up. At the copy it and paste, and then I'm gonna pin it to the top. Hey, Bubba. Thank you for coming. Sorry about the dogs. Let me mute it for a minute. Okay, I got it. I just gotta get these dogs shut up real quick. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys. I had to make sure they got quiet. I don't want to disrespect Ms. Lanlee. So. The link is pinned pinned up there at the top. Everybody's welcome to come up. If there's any negative comments in the chats, just ban them. Any haters, we're not going to have it today. You do have the panel link.
Hey, what's up? Hey, Betsy, hon.
Hey, everybody. Thank y'all for coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just be, giving all of our condolences to her family and love.
Hello, Tammy.
Hey, Betsy, hon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully we get through
I
this.
was talking to her boy on the text, and he sends out to everybody who knew her and loved her that she wanted them to know that she loved them as well, before she said that before she passed.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that I don't know if you remember the last stream that we had when we went off the air, Tammy, that we had with Langley Lang and Salty, and she said a lot of things to me then, and now I understand why.
Yep. Yep.
Uh, she said a whole lot of things to me.
Right.
Yeah, so it brings more light to why she said all them things to me.
I'm just glad I had the opportunity to talk to her yesterday before she passed, and I got to make her laugh a few times before I got off the phone with her.
Yeah,
And I got a text from her, and I am, it was very short, but at least I reached out. She even responded back, so I'm glad that I got one last time with her.
yeah.
Yep.
Well,
My
like I said,
regret is I never really kept in contact. I'd see her throughout YouTube, but I wished I would have made more contact off of YouTube.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah. I was very glad I had the opportunity to actually have the times that I got to call her and talk to her.
yeah. Like I said, she said a lot of serious things to me, and well, to you and Salty as well that night.
Hmm.
You know, it was just a few nights ago. It wasn't that long ago, and wow, yeah, it makes sense now.
Yep.
She was so very,
Caring
yeah,
to others above herself.
Yep.
yeah. She always stood by me and defended me.
Yep. You know,
Always.
now I have to admit, me and Langley Lang, I'm sorry, I know her name is Lanlee, but I told her I will always call her Langley.
I know I did too. I don't know why. I
Okay.
don't know. Uh,
I,
It's a
I,
tongue twister.
yeah, I have told her I would call her. She accepted that. So
mhm.
I'm still going to respect that memory and call her Langley. Um, uh, me and her, we started out on a very serious wrong foot. Okay, and then she asked me when on a, we were on a three-way call with another person. She asked me if she could call me, right? And I gave her my number and I said, sure, call me. We sat for 3 hours talking about the situation, came to a conclusion on it, and she apologized for her actions that were in that particular wrongdoing. And what impressed me the most about that woman, she ain't like a lot of people on this YouTube that say, I'm sorry, and then turn around to do it again 5 seconds later.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, she actually meant what she said, never did anything like that again. And she was true to her word,
Yeah.
which that gained more respect for me and actually a newfound friendship with me that I'm glad I had the opportunity to have. And and she affirmed that with me last night when I got to talk to her the last time I got to talk to her.
Yeah. She stayed true to her friendship no matter what the consequences were. And like I
Hmm.
said, some of the things she said to me were very, very deep. And I'm like, okay. And so now, like I said again, I understand why she said that to me.
She
Um,
had a lot of wisdom too.
yeah.
Yes.
One of the things I can remember talking to her about is, as a lot of us that's known her, is
Mm,
that her husband had Alzheimer's. I worked as home health aide, and I told her, I said, reach out to me. I'll help you with whatever I can, what I know, what advices I got,
Mhm.
and that's what I did. That, and then not reaching out to her as much, or that's my bad situations. I don't reach out enough. As Betsy, as I've told you
yeah.
before, I wish I'd check in on you more.
Well, it should have been me before her, so that's what makes me mad.
Yeah, it
So
hurts.
That just shows you God will take you when He damn well chooses to take you.
that's true. But like I said, she made
Sure.
damn sure that we knew how much she cared for us. At least she made me very clear of how much our friendship meant, and
She
I'm
made it
thankful
very,
that she did that.
she made it very clear to me.
Yeah, yeah, me too. Oh yeah, uh, yeah, she
It's
said it.
heartbroken because she's one of those that always put everybody above herself, and
Mhm.
it's always the ones like that that we lose that hurts the most.
Mhm.
So
But
yeah.
here's the pluses.
Oh, okay, Bubba.
She is not in pain anymore,
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
and also she don't have to put up with this fucked up world we're living in right now. No.
For
yeah. I
sure.
mean, she's in a great, fantastic place, But it's like it's normal. I hurt because I'll miss her friendship, or I'll miss her true friendship, and that's not something that you say every day on here. That you have a true friend. I
You don't
mean,
see it too often.
Yeah.
so yeah,
You're
it's
correct, Betsy.
yeah, and of
One
course,
thing
Tammy. Yeah, you know how I feel about you.
Yeah.
there's one thing for sure, and this is something that a lot of people don't know, but with me getting in contact with Rev Kelly, my life has changed quite a bit. His prayers, and a lot of people don't believe it, but prayers do help.
Yep.
There's been a couple of prayers that he's done. And,
Mm.
it's not just him, but, his prayers helped more than anybody knows.
Yep.
Because when I was sick and still am, but he would check in, and that's where you got true friends that are checking. And I've got multiples that'll check in.
Yep.
And that's
Even with
something
her.
that I never say. I don't use the word friend on here often, but there's a group of us that, and that includes you, Misty, Bubba. I mean, you know, the whole group that we can sit there and we can tell each other anything, and we'll help each other through it.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't want
Definitely.
these fair weather friends that come out of the woodwork. That yeah, so but yeah, you know
Yep.
what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying, Betsy, and you're a
Yeah,
good friend. You've been a good friend. Misty, I'm just now getting to know you.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
far you seem to be pretty cool.
you're still a pain in the ass, but that's okay.
Like I said,
Well,
she's in a
yeah, no,
beautiful.
I can say the same about you, but that's okay too.
Like I said, she's in a beautiful place. I'm just sad because I won't feel that friendship anymore.
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
sad because I won't hear that voice and hear the laughter she shared with me. I mean, it's stuff that
And
and
the
I keep,
love that she gave
yeah, and
everybody.
so I keep telling myself, I'm sad for what I'll miss from her and what the beauty she gave here.
You're
But
right.
she's in a place now where she will never feel hate. She'll never know. Nobody will hate her or say mean things like they used to.
Yep.
That's all done for her.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
So that's why but I am sad that I'll miss the beauty of her friendship.
I agree with that statement totally.
Yeah.
And I will miss the love that she shared for everybody, and how she would talk to you just like you were family.
Yep.
She didn't talk to you any other way but like family.
You're correct on that as well.
And like I said, that's why I'm thankful to Salty because he introduced me to her. Like he's introduced me to a lot of people. A
Hey,
lot of
Cookie
them
with
are in
Lulu.
here,
Hi,
and
Lulu.
I'm thankful for that.
And I don't know if you read what Bubba said.
Yeah, I did.
Betsy,
I did.
Betsy, I never want that coming out of your mouth again.
Yeah.
We're not friends, though, Betsy. We are family.
Yeah, I agree there. Yeah, absolutely. You too, cooking with Lulu. Like I said, I've met so many fantastic people uh, through Salty, and I'm so glad I met Langley through him.
Me,
Yeah,
You know, like I said, we had that estranged relationship to begin with,
Yeah.
but you know, I found out she was true.
Hmm. Yeah. Are you really serious,
She-
estrogen?
oh my god! Of course, one idiot fucking moron has to come in here and do some stupid shit like that.
Of course, it's always going to be them.
Yeah, don't time them out. Just block them. They're not.
Okay.
We're not going to have them. All of my mods. If there's any negative comments by anybody about Langley, please, please just block them. We're not going to have it.
Yeah. Yes, cooking with Lulu. Oh my God, I try not to lose my shit, but yeah.
It's hard, you know.
Yes,
That's one person.
Yes, cooking with Lulu. She passed away today.
That's one person that we all love to death. Everybody loved her. The ones that loved her and got to know her really knew who she was and how she is and how much
Yep,
love she had for everybody.
yep, sure did.
And I went through everybody that I knew that possibly knowed her and, you know, passed it on to them and told them, I said, hey, you know, if you want to come in here, they can come in.
What the
Fucking
fuck has
idiot.
that got to do with anything? Oh my God, are you serious? Anyways, thank you, Rev, for the email. I was looking out for one, and I appreciate you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Of course, he's
Kind of a shock deal here.
yeah.
Hey,
Counselor,
Rev,
yes.
how are you, Reverend?
I'm doing
Like,
good.
I
Good,
had
good.
no clue that she had cancer until Salty texted me yesterday, and my heart just broke. I
Well,
was,
there is a very small group that knew she had cancer. She didn't want it to get out anywhere just because of like idiots like the ghost of Langley Lang, things like
yeah,
that. You
Yeah.
know,
and
uh,
that's understandable, you know. It's
she's
nothing
seen,
to play with.
she's seen some of the hell that Betsy's gone through and how people even say, I wish you'd hurry up and fucking die to Betsy.
Yeah.
Shit like that. She didn't want that.
She's came
Yeah.
to my defenses on panels. Like, I've seen her.
She came to my defense on panels before too. After we
Yeah,
became,
that's what I'm saying about her. She stood beside you and
yeah,
defended you, and
Yep.
that means so much.
The very
Yeah.
first time I remember talking to her is the fact that, you know, we were talking and then it was about her husband. And you know, we just simply said, hey, you know, get in contact with each other and we'll do it. She gave me her number first. And then I was like, well, it's going to be a little hard for me to text her because at the time I didn't know how to copy and paste to put it in.
right.
So, and that was a new phone. And then when I switched phones, I lost all of the, you know, text, you know, and I wished I would have just went in and said, hey, you know, new phone, let's, you know, keep in contact. Let me know anything you need to know.
Bouncer Slab, you have made a very correct statement. She is never going to be considered a bad person. Just ignore the trolls. Karma is powerful.
Yes, sir, Bouncer. Well, we will be blocking them on here. I don't care if it's a mod that talks shit. I'll delete it or y'all. I don't know if other mods can delete it, but I will.
No, you would have to do that.
Yeah, you're the only one.
My mods better behave. If they don't like her, they better behave. I'll probably take the wrench away if they keep it up.
Yes, I agree. Cooking with Lulu.
She
And
was
I'm
always a
sure.
lovely person.
Well,
Always.
I hope you do a cooking video soon again. Cooking with Lulu. That's true, Bubba. Some of her last words were to the people who loved her. You're correct.
I was in tears when I found out. I mean, it broke. It broke me.
Yeah.
And
Hi,
that's
Silver. Thank you for coming.
and that she wanted everybody to know that she loved them.
Yeah, she sent me a text yesterday, and she said, "I just wanted you to know that I love you and I care about you." And then had a comment and said, "And I want you to have a good life." And that was it. And I texted her right, I guess, right before she died. So
You might have
All
been
we
the
can
last.
do,
Thank you,
maybe,
Bubba.
but
Get rid of Swammy.
I did.
He's a lying scumbag. That is the biggest lying scumbag there is on the fucking internet.
Yeah, that's not the real one unless, yeah, it's, but anyways.
It don't matter. He's still one of the biggest lying scumbags on the internet. Real or not. But cooking with Lulu, whatever you decide to do a cooking video on, everything you do looks so good when you cook it. And I like watching you cook your food. I really do.
Oh my god. I still I can't. Oh my god, I just can't. I'm trying to keep it together, but it's getting
It's
hard.
hard.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a name I ain't seen in a while. Silver Diamond. How are you, Silver Diamond?
I don't think I have the ability to look in chat, but I don't, I don't go online anymore anyway. I don't have time.
Yeah.
Hey, Knuckin' Futz, how are you? I am good, Silver. I'm glad you're doing well as well.
You ain't nothing butts.
Hey, Nunkin. Thank you for coming. Silver, you are a mod now, so
Oh
and
my
I sent her a message and let her know, any negative comments, ban them. I don't even want them timed out, just banned.
Saddened that I won't get to talk to a friend for a long time, more than likely, because I know my time's probably going to be a lot longer on this earth. But when I do get to pass, I know I get to see that friend up in heaven.
Oh yeah.
So,
And she'll be giving us a lot of hugs and love.
yep, you're right.
I don't know that this is any consolation to you folks at all, but the the Bible kind of pretty much describes passing away as life after death. And so I just streets of pure gold sound pretty good. But there's a few of them out here on the YouTube that probably try to take the chisel and the hammer and try to get $1 or $2 out of one, for God kicked them out, I guess.
Hey, Jessica.
Hi,
It's
Jessica.
really, it's really hard being a preacher on YouTube, and you know, even Jesus said they hated me first, but I don't
Yep.
really go around talking about other people, but I will say Langley was very nice to me. Never said a cross word. I wasn't into all the history in the past. Just in like the last year or so, she emailed me a few times and asked me to pray for her. Of course, I did. Talked to her a few times. I knew
Your
a little
prayers
bit
are very
what was going
touching.
on. Well,
Your
they
prayers
just
are
come.
touching and they work. And a lot of people don't believe
Well,
it, but prayers work.
Yep.
if you don't say them, you're not going to receive them. And you can't ask for anything more than you can handle. And the Bible
Well,
also says that He'll carry them for you. But
I'm gonna say it like this. As you know about my refrigerator going out, he prayed the day before, and the next day I was able to get a refrigerator finance. That's the power of prayer, and a lot of people don't understand it. He knew how much we needed it. He took his time to prayer, and a lot of people don't do that. They just say, "Oh, I'm gonna pray for you," and never do.
When I
you
say
just
I'm going to pray for you, I pray for you. I don't give a crap who you are. When I say I'm going to pray for you, I'm going to pray for you. And I do.
Yeah, without saying anything, Tammy, you know what I've been going through, and everything's positive right now.
Correct. I
Yes,
know
ma'am.
what you're
Um,
going through.
yeah, like I said, only very few, and Langley was one of them.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean,
Exactly, Bouncer. You got that right. He said if something bad to say about Langley or whatever, I won't never pronounce it right. You will unfortunately be met with karma for your misdeeds.
and even though she was going through all that, she took the time to embrace what I was going through and take time out. Oh, fuck it. You know, Tammy.
Yep, she
Jesus.
did.
Yeah.
She would sit there and talk to you, and it was always like you know, I I, I even told I this is exactly what I told Salty when I called him to let him know. I said, you make sure beyond a shadow of a doubt that Betsy knows what happened today, for
Yeah.
the simple fact they would have been best friends in real life because they were great friends on YouTube.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. She, even though she was going through all that, damn if she didn't sit there and
She
listen.
didn't want to cry.
She gave 100% of her attention to what other people were going through
Correct.
without, uh, without even saying, yeah, I'm going through this and I'm going through that. I mean, she would give you 100% of her attention.
And if she had a question, she would ask it. She was
Yep.
not
That
afraid
is
to ask.
that is something that I'm sad that the world will not have that person in it like that. One less person. Yeah, the
Yes,
world's a
Bouncer.
sadder place because we lost one person who had the ability to make you feel very special.
Yep.
And she damn sure did that for me.
She was an amazing woman, and she'll always be the angel above us.
And through that whole time, she was also dealing with her husband who had bad
Mhm.
Alzheimer's, bad
Yes,
Alzheimer's.
sir.
And so, how strong of a person was she? Think about how strong she was
Yeah.
to have the ability to help Betsy, to have the ability to help me get through problems, to have the ability to help all these people through their problems.
Mhm.
Her problems were major,
Yes.
life altering problems, and she still did that. How strong of a person is that?
And anybody that would talk bad about her, I am sad and I feel pathetic. They're pathetic because they will never, and they have never known that side to her, and it's sad. I feel sorry for them because
Mm,
they never gave her the chance to know that side to her, and
right.
that's why they are like they are. That's why they're nasty, vulgar, disgusting pigs,
Mhm.
Tell us how you really feel, Betsy.
right? Because to know her is to have known beauty and friendship and honesty,
Correct.
and that's exactly what I got from our friendship was all of that.
Right.
I
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
know if you all noticed this, but you all notice how Langley acted kind of shy.
Hmm.
You almost, when you were talking to her, you're like, come on, tell me what's going on.
Yep.
You can talk to me. And she would just kind of like a little girl, you know, it's kind of like,
That's because
well,
she never wanted to burden people with her problems.
Yeah, it was
and
always
all she would
right.
probably want us to just, she would want us to just remember her and love her like we all should love each other. There's too much hate in this world, and we just need to love each other more and less less divisiveness. There's so much of that. I mean, unless you're a Democrat, you shouldn't do that. Oh, I'm sorry. Beg my
Democrat.
pardon. Beg my pardon.
Hey, Patriot Defense.
Do y'all know if that's the real Patriot Defense?
That probably is the real Patriot Defense.
I want to make sure y'all,
That is probably the real one.
because I don't know his all of the other ones. Everybody has different accounts. Not well.
I
Yeah.
don't. I have one and only one, and that's my News Now Tammy Linlin.
Well, there's a lot of people that has a bunch of them. Okay, I wanted to make sure.
That's why I said I'm very sure it is, because he said the same exact thing to me on the phone. So,
I always wanted to know something. How'd you get that name, Tammy Lin?
well, I started out as Tammy C. Okay, long time ago to piss my sister off. Okay, uh, because my sister hated me using her name for anything on the internet. Okay, well, then there were so many Lens out there. I had so many news now. I decided to make a spoof name when they suspended my Tammy C account. I made a spoof account, and this is what it was. It became News Now Tammy Linlin. So,
Well, but now we know. And she's probably up there in heaven just laughing her butt off right
probably.
now. I've said this at a bunch of funerals. It's absent from the body, present with the Lord. I lean towards that. And I appreciate Misty when I just prayed for you. When you asked me to pray for you, I did it right then, and it's no special power. I don't, man, I just try to go by the manual, the, the, the you can ask your Alexa device, you can look it up on Google. The most selling book of all time is one I read from. And persecuted, oh my land, am I persecuted. 7 ways of Sunday, but you can't go and find one stream where I was bitter and nasty to people, because that's not who I am, and I'm always who I am. I just don't like that. And Lanlee didn't like it either. She would send me clips, of people, or not really people, just maybe a couple, and I was like, Lanlee, I don't, honey, I don't care. I really don't. She was like, you need to go live and play your guitar and blah blah blah, and I'm like, no, I just don't really know of a. I don't know my purpose on YouTube. I really don't. I haven't found it. I don't care. I don't know. I'm kind of in shock. You meet people on YouTube, and Gary Snowflake. I didn't know him by his real name, but we played guitars together and cut up and different things on a few panels, but I didn't get involved in all of the, all the. He never made a video about me, which is, I guess it's good, but I don't have any bad things to say about anybody. All I can do is forgive you. I mean, there's nothing I can do that's going to hurt anybody. But it's just a shame that people even found it in their fingers to put hate on your live stream. That's repulsive and bitter and sad.
Hey, Alex,
I only have a few friends out here. Like Tammy knows a bunch of people. I only have a few out there, maybe friends, because I'm allowed to do anything I want to, go where I want to, and watch what I want to, and that's part about being American.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Our rights are being taken away daily, and I just feel like, well, not really, but they're trying, and it's just I I just I could only hope that the
I
Lord
just
takes me. You guys would be talking about me in a good light, so
I want to say one thing about the right thing, the rights. All you all need to go and look up the red flag laws that Biden passed last Saturday.
it's
Just
ridiculous.
look them up and read them and see how far it can go in the matter of just one day. One day is all it'll take. Just saying. I did a video on it the other day. Okay. Uh, on the red flag law that Biden passed. So
There's a lot of things that's going on that I don't really respect. Now women are having their rights taken away. Especially what if some of them had a place that's going to end up killing them. Or
hold on here. Every state, including Louisiana, who just now uh, uh, reinstated their ban, has the provision on if it is something that would take the woman's life, so therefore the child would not be born. That is the only reason it's okay. And they got the strictest now of all the abortion laws that went into effect after Roe versus Wade was gotten rid of.
but there's going to be a lot of states that will ban it no matter what, and then these people who have health conditions that they can't deliver, they're going to have to be forced to drive miles, and a lot of them probably can't do that.
I don't think that any state's going to keep that provision out. Like I said, Louisiana has the strictest, and they didn't leave that provision out.
Next thing you gotta know is women ain't gonna be able to be managers in the world.
How does not murdering a child in the womb equate to not being a manager?
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that now that they're changing all these laws, the next thing, and even men are going to have these restrictions because we're not, as the top, we're not the lawmakers. They're taking away the citizens their rights.
They're working to make us true slaves.
That's where I'm coming at it with it's not just the abortion. There's other laws that are being taken away from us, other rights, and new ones are new laws are being put out there. If Lanlee's seen all this that's come around, I know by her love, she probably didn't even love it seeing all this. She probably was just feeling compassion for everybody who's we're going to be suffering from it. Not just the abortion, but everything. All these other stuff that goes on.
Correct. I know.
I kind of just want to say one thing about that because me and my husband was talking about this earlier. And what gets me, like I said, I don't want to get in depth because this is about Lanlee. I want to get back to respecting her. But me and my husband was talking about this. And my one thing is like, okay, you have these women that go out. There's nothing wrong with going out, being sexual. Go ahead, you can screw whoever you want to. But what pisses me off, you have all these women and even younger women having sex after, with multiple partners without any type of protection. And then they happen to get pregnant and they sit there and go, well, let's see, this baby is just a huge inconvenience. I don't want to be bothered.
Oh, you mean
take it. And that
you mean like fucking what's her name? Hannah. She played Hannah Montana. I forget her name.
Well, I don't know. It's just,
Yeah,
if you
Miley Cyrus had an abortion because she said that her partying days weren't over, so it would be an inconvenience.
it's like, if you don't want to have a baby, then use protection. Plain and simple. And if you double the protection, what the fuck? And that's all I've got to say about that. He's salty.
So I had a really interesting talking to by my buddy from the chaplain. To happen. He told me what agnostic really meant, so I guess I've been saying it all wrong. I'm not agnostic. I do believe in Jesus Christ. Just have questions because my faith isn't as strong as it should be. But I'm going to go ahead and correct that. I can't go to heaven on my good deeds. I can go to heaven believing and being in the Word of Christ.
You're absolutely right.
I would have to disagree with that because every religion in the world that's a God-fearing religion has the ability to go to heaven, and every one of them speaks of going to heaven. So I will totally disagree with that part of Christianity.
You can do whatever you like. I'm not mad at you for it.
Not one of those happened to die on a cross, ascend into heaven, and come back for 40 days and say he would be back.
Well, I didn't mean
Not one of them. No, that's okay.
Hang on for a minute.
But yeah, Lanlee, she was something for us. She was giving everybody love. The ones that really didn't know her.
I wasn't trying to turn this into a theological debate about Jesus Christ. I'm just saying that, after the day I've had so far, to get that kind of an uplifting boost, and I got to tell you, makes me want to read the Bible more.
I would suggest everybody read the Bible. And I'm not Christian, but I do believe everybody should read the Bible.
I told this guy a little bit about my backstory when they found out that I used that Springfield loaded 1911. They're like, holy shit. But, it is what it is. Fuck it. I'm here for it. I guess I'm better for it. When I'm called upstairs, ain't no kicking and screaming. I'm going. And there isn't holding it off. You can't hold it off. However I go, I'm going. Rest assured, everyone's going. We're all getting fucking judged individually. I'm not real happy about that, but you know what? Fuck it. It is what it is. We're all here for a reason. Luckily, we all got to know Lanlee Lang on a personal level, and yes, she'll be missed, but she won't be forgotten.
No, never.
I won't forget her. And her son is probably reaching out to each and every one of you now.
Oh, I won't forget her. That's for damn sure. I'm so honored to have met her, and I thank you, Salty, for giving me the opportunity to have
stay
met
long
like her.
I think what you guys are doing is great, and thanks for keeping the memory alive. And you know what? Don't worry about what anyone says.
Exactly.
I believe it or not, I have read the Bible from cover to cover 4 times.
And you can even put it on your phone. You can go anywhere with the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly it. But
I just want to let you know, I have read the Bible 4 times.
I'm going to go. I just wanted to stop in and say thank you to everybody. I love each and every.
All right, so
don't
be safe.
A long while.
I'm gonna touch Mama Cookie's thing. Yeah, we all. Oh, sorry, Mama Cookie. I mean Nunkin Futz.
Okay.
I'm moving. The chat's moving on me that I didn't even notice. Sorry.
So be safe.
But Nunkin, I also, I don't always go to church, and I have personal reasons for why I don't. But I always say, your church is your home.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Doesn't it say in the Bible that a church is considered a place where two or more people gather in my name? It don't have to be a designated church, and it don't have to be a designated day that you worship God. It's two or more people gather in His name
Really, Lloyd?
in worship of Him.
I done banned him, honey. Don't even worry
Yeah,
about it.
you're right. And I said a church is a hospital for sinners.
And to answer your question, Lloyd, yes, I am sad.
As a matter of fact, I went to one of the most moving Christian services I ever went to, and we were out in the middle of the freaking woods. And I've gone to Christian services. I don't disrespect Christians. I just don't believe in all of their ways. Okay, but I don't have no disrespect for them either. And one of the most moving Christian services that I ever went to was out in the middle of BFE in the woods under some arbors that they built out of twigs and trees. So there you have it. So, and in the Bible it does state, if two or more people are gathered in my name, it don't say where, it just says gathered in my name, uh, then you are at a church. So,
Two or more people gathered in my name, I will be there also.
right. So, and like right now, me and Reverend, we're talking about God, and we're gathered in His name, talking about God. We're a church. You're talking about it, Misty. Betsy, you were talking about it. So there's four of us. We're literally at church right now, talking about God.
Yes, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And
So
God's the one that guides us.
And
yeah,
we're all sinners, all of us.
Oh, yeah.
Every one of us are sinners. All we ask is just repent. I mean, if I can repent to my ex-wife, that was pretty easy. Repenting and not doing it again is another thing. I mean, if people go talking about ex-wife, well, yeah, I didn't get to be as old as I am by not and having children. We get along great, but it's
I got
one of them.
I got kicked out of
One of
I
them.
literally hold on, Mama Cookie. I literally got kicked out of a Pentecostal church by a preacher because of the way I prayed.
There's a lot of things that, why I don't go to church. And, sadly enough, not all of them, but a lot of them are so judgmental that you feel like you can't go back, or some people turn against religion because of that. No, I
Yep.
didn't turn against it. I just won't go to any churches around here. There's a situation when they try to say that a mentally handicapped person can't go to church that just had a seizure, and then there's a lot others that have worse conditions can go.
Right.
That to me no.
That's when you know you're in the wrong place.
Take your defense. You don't have to leave, man.
No, he don't have to leave.
That's up to you. But thank you for saying your words. We appreciate that.
Yes, we do it. Lanlee loved every one of us.
Oh, yeah.
She loved everybody.
Do you know why I think Langley's sitting here looking down on us and smiling? All four of us up here talking about God. One of us disagreed, and not one of us are going at each other's throats.
Exactly. And that's what I like about a lot of our conversations. We don't all agree, but
Right.
we can disagree with respect. We respectfully disagree, and that's the secret.
There ain't no good, guys. Remember that old song, Betsy? by Dave Mason. There ain't no good guys. There ain't no bad guys. There's just you and me, and we just disagree.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I remember that
That's
song.
it.
Like I said, I mean, that's how I met Salty. I wanted to rip his fucking face off, but, we
There's a
ended up.
lot of us who's that way. I may not agree with
Hold,
everything he says, but
hold on. Salty rant. When we first got to know each other, we did not like each other at all.
I
Okay,
agree. Same.
and he even made up the phrase, "Go eat a full dump truck of greasy, slimy dicks." Just for me.
Yeah,
Okay, he made that one up for me. A whole dump truck, not just one, a whole dump truck.
there you go.
Okay.
Generous with it, at least. And I
Right,
didn't know anything about Salty. I didn't have any idea who he was. I just knew he was fucking with my brother, and I didn't like it, and I didn't like him. And boy, I went into his live stream wanting to put my foot so far up his ass I could pick his nose with my fucking pinky toe. But, after we got to talking, it's like, okay. So we just disagreed respectfully.
Mm-hmm.
And when I met Tammy, I'm like, who the fuck is this crazy fool?
Hey,
And then
you know what?
You
Hey,
too.
you wound up being one of my first mods too.
yeah, and he goes, and then I'm like, what the fuck? Then he goes, hey, Betsy, can you make me a YouTube banner with me in a tutu? I'm like, are you fucking crazy?
Yep.
I'm like, well, I guess if you want, I can do. So, I mean, yeah, but like I said, it's all thanks to Salty, and that's how I met you, Misty, and you, Rev, and Bubba, and Nucky Butts. All the great people, I met.
I
Like
actually
that.
met you in your brother's channel, Betsy.
Oh, you did? I thought it was
Yeah.
Salty's.
No, it was yours.
Oh, okay. Well, cool.
And then it went to Salty.
Alrighty. So, yeah, and it's not like all of us started off, being best of friends. We had to. And then, I met Lanlee, and, I didn't know anything about Langley. So, we ended up building our friendship slowly because, I do have issues with trust, and she does as well. So we built our friendship slowly.
Do you know what got Betsy to be my mod? The day she totally disagreed with me and told me I was stupid.
I
And that's what made her my mod. I'll never forget that day, Betsy. I'll never
know.
forget that day.
And that's what I try to tell people, you don't have to agree with somebody to be friends. That's the beauty of it all.
Correct.
And listen, we always have to remember, I don't care. I like I said, I met Langley, didn't know anything about her. Trolls were saying this, trolls were saying that. I don't listen to them. I built a
Correct.
friendship on what I know and my interactions with that person, not what everybody else says.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care until the day I do go. Langley Lang was an amazing friend.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Nobody could ever change my mind.
I don't know why this is because her and I met her through Lou, just in passing. Um, and
Yes,
then
Bubba.
then I put her name in my phone, her last name appears.
Wow.
It was really, and I know they have suggestive deals like but I hadn't talked to her a long time, and then I got this text out of the blue. I hadn't talked to her in a couple months, and I got this text out of the blue, and it warmed my heart, and I was just kind of taken back by, you know, she's showing respect to me, and that I don't know that I deserve, and I'm probably a better man for knowing her, and I don't get into all the drama and all that, but I just want to say publicly that I think the world and the YouTube community, and if you're an auditor or whatever, I think
And I won't
she
say
could.
her name. She knows I called her Langley. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I called her Langley Lang forever. She kept trying to.
Mhm.
She kept trying to. She kept trying to get me to say Lanley all the time. I said, absolutely not. You've been Langley
Yep.
Lang to me for too damn long. You will always be Langley Lang.
Exactly. And she liked that about me. I mean that's how she knew it was me.
Mhm.
I mean
And like a
that
good
was
sheep, Betsy, I followed you and Tammy and calling her Lang Lang Lang.
yeah.
Thanks, Tammy. But I did find out her real name and all. But
It was Lanley. Lanley. Lanley.
you
I mean
know,
like I said,
I
that's how she
I
knew it
want
was
to.
me.
When she talked to us, like I don't know about you girls, but when she talked to us, she just she asked me to pray for a husband, and then a couple months went by, and she goes, I figured that she wanted me to pray for her because of what she was going through. So of course I prayed there for her, and she thanked me, and I didn't know, and then later I found out about her diagnosis, but you know I've got a lot of people on my prayer list, people that I like, people that I go to their YouTube videos. If I don't really go to people's videos. They might think I do, but I don't go to people who don't like me. That's kind of like stupid. That's the
Exactly.
definition of stupid. Going to
Yeah.
somebody's live stream. I don't troll people, and I don't have 15 accounts, and I'm just me, and just like we said a while ago, I can go into people's streams who some people won't get along with, but I do, and I've met a lot of nice people. Even going into even this is really weird, right? Even going to I don't know if you've ever watched it on YouTube, but it's called Bond Court, and it's on
Yes, I
about 8
watched
o'clock.
that. I watched that the live. I love that thing.
There is a lady in that room. Her name is Barbara Bray, and every night, when I watch, I always say hello to her,
Wow.
and I'm like, wow, that's really cool.
I need to
And
watch
she's like,
chat. I
oh
don't
yes,
watch that chat. I never watched the
neither do
chat, but
I.
I am. I will to see if I
Hold
see
on.
you now.
Hold on. I need to uh, respond to Bouncer Slab there. He said, I put myself on my prayer list, but I'm still afraid to pray for myself because I already know it's going to backfire. Well, I'm glad when I prayed for you when you were having your hard times, Bouncer, that my prayers were answered for you. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm glad I met you, Rev. I really am. I think, you know, let me say this really fast. After I befriended a few people and it turned out that they were two-faced twat waffles, I'm like, I hardened myself and I didn't want to be friends with anybody on here. But I slowly put down my guard when I met Salty. And Langley was one of the first ones I put my guard down, and God Almighty, he ended up being the best friend. And I'm glad that I met Salty and you guys because you let me take knock that wall down. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
And if I
Yeah,
didn't, then I would have missed out on so much.
but I still regret that when I met you, Betsy, your pants didn't come flying off. I've tried with Misty, but she's just too fucking stubborn.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
I
I
don't give you
mean,
luck.
like I said, I was betrayed on here by what I thought were good people, but yeah, not.
Well,
And I
Misty
thought I would
Vigora,
not.
You know what?
she is a redhead. You got to remember, she is a redhead, and redheads are very stubborn and they're set in their
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah, well,
Well, he
no
just
matter
means
how
that he's not
much
my type.
dress up my wife and call her Misty Bigger.
Uh-huh. Yep, I
Oh shit! Did I
remember.
just say that on a live stream? My bad.
Yeah. So yeah, I am glad that I did that. I let my guard down, and because I would have missed out.
It's
so
hard
much.
to,
It is.
because as
Yeah.
you know, you've seen me struggle with some of the trolls, and we've had long discussions about how they act, and there's some that I don't trust, and you know, I don't want to say this because it's about Nunkin or Langley, but I call one of my trolls crybaby crack whore. That's my way of not putting her name out there, but yet giving her a nickname. We have to do what we can. There are going to be trolls out there. I always tell people, give them a nickname that they're going to hate, and that's just going to drive them even more nuts.
Yep.
I gave her Titan Crush, and she just fucking loves me for it.
Yep, she does.
It's better to give them a nickname than it is to put their name out there. You can tell what the hell's going on and how they act, and people are going to see it. Like, you can tell them what they've done to you. People see it, and then they're going to go, "Oh, that's who that is."
I'm pretty sure you guys all know what's been done to me with the emails, so I don't have to re-examine it. But
yeah,
Yeah.
we all know. Even with that one, we both would put it on one of my live streams. We don't respect each other. There's a lot of questions I have with the shit that has been said, but do I go after it? No, she's gonna argue no matter
You know
what.
Bouncer, you're one of the biggest comedians on the internet, and a very good one, and I love it.
Thankfully, Bouncer's on our side.
Like I
May
said,
I ask this?
I'm glad I let my guard down, or I would have never. I would have. Yeah, I'm so glad I met all of you guys.
I'm glad you let your guard down too, because I
what
would
Betsy-
hate to miss out on our friendship that we have, Betsy.
Yeah.
What Betsy doesn't tell you is she's glad she let her guard down, but she won't take those panties off for me. So she's not really letting her guard down.
Nope.
You gotta say?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lordy.
The Rev was asking a question.
Go ahead, Rev.
What was your question, Rev?
Well, I wanted to clear some things up because apparently 6 months of slander against me. I wanted to clear some things up because this is probably going to stay on the internet for a while. I got on mobility hags. That's instead of calling their name. I got on mobility hags. God forgive me for that, but got on mobility hag and talked to her one time, and she got, for a while she was stuck on. He says he's worth so and so millions of dollars. No, I told her to ask her Alexa device after I changed it from a woman to a man and helped her out. I said, ask her how much Rev Kelly Lee's worth. I didn't say it was me. It's kind of ridiculous, and that went on, and I've never been up on a panel to discuss it. Does it bother me? No, man. I've got more. I've been persecuted worse than that, but on a nightly basis, I just chalk it up to who I was talking to. She keeps saying over and over, this is neither here nor there, but I think Lanlee would like me to even come out because she kept begging me to say something, a rebuttal, and I don't really have one other than I didn't buy the sun bum Never said I did. My mother passed away, and I sold the family home. And with that, I went into a real estate uh, sale, and I bought a Prevost 2013 Prevost Entertainer, and he nicknamed it the Sun Bum 2. There was only 2 trips taken on it before Mr. Borgnine died. Um, I don't know what to say other than that. You know, I understand that they receive their license off the internet and to be ordained. It's not how I got mine, but like I reckon you can get it that way. Um, that's a pretty much all I can say, and it's really really sad to me. And I don't watch Mobility Hag, and I'm glad she's still at 74 years old and still a hazmat. I don't see any hazmat people out there in wheelchairs, so it's nice to know one. Other than that, I really have nothing to say anymore about it. Signed, sealed, and delivered. That's it. Um, my real last name is a little different, but that's for me. Salty knows it. Tammy knows it. Um, Misty knows it. Betsy never asked, but I'm sure she could find out in just a second. But I never got into that because it's just kind of like with Lou. I don't want people showing up at my house. And because of Mobility Hag, I have received death threats. Now, they, as innocent as one might think from YouTube, I don't get death threats. And I I lock a tartar gate every night, and it's been replaced because it's being destructed. But I'm not worried about that. And it's like Lanlee was one to really keep me up to date with all the drama, and I'm just not in it. No, and another false claim: Lady Di never said Lady Di called me in the middle of the night. Maybe it was one of the people in her chat that called my daughter because my daughter was raising money to help my son pay off medical bills. Period. That's it. I'm not a millionaire. I'm maybe a thousandaire, but not a millionaire. Uh, you know. So I hope I cleared that all up. And if there's any questions, please ask. But I don't think there will be. And I hope that
Wait,
the
wait,
record.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're not a millionaire? I can't borrow $1 million? What the hell?
Get rid of that Detective Gomez, please.
Yeah, I would probably have to go by the bank and sign a few papers, but you know, I'm always there to help, but not there to raise. And I've helped my son for years. You know why? Because he's my son. I've got daughters. I've helped them too, but they've grown up to be self-sufficient and they can help themselves. But they don't help themselves to my stuff. Love all them. I have beautiful grandkids. All of them are different, and it's just wonderful to work my butt off and so you see something from a forest become a house. I worked my butt off for that, and I'm not any younger, and people really don't know me. If you want to know me, get to know me, just like everybody on the panel. With that said, thank you for letting me just voice that, and I'm never going to talk about it again. Thank you very much. Lanlee would have wanted that.
Hey, FTP. And by the way, I hope someone got that Detective Gomez prick.
They got him.
Yeah, they got him, Tim. Thank you, dear.
I do it to them all the time. They don't like it, you know, especially with my fuck Gary Snowflake and fuck NJ Diver videos. But in my opinion, those guys were assholes. So, you know, I have to. Lanlee Lang was not an asshole, not really to anyone. But I guarantee you, the pedophile Time to Stand will probably do, a rip video for Lanlee Lang. And when he does, I'm going to rip his ass because I couldn't say this while she was alive. But I'm going to say this here on your live panel. Because Lanlee Lang chose to be my friend, that pedophile cocksucker decided to throw her in the fucking dirt and stop talking when he had been friends with her for years. Him and his decrepit ass wife, the crypt keeper.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope he hears this because I'm going to tell him publicly and hopefully someday to his face to fucking eat a big bag of dicks. That's how I feel. I would like to think that Lanlee going to heaven would unite us. It'll unite everyone up to her and had friend relationships with her. But as far as anybody else on the internet, no, not going to happen. At least not for me. Because I still have an opinion. And those that I don't like, I will fucking lambaste every fucking day until I take my last breath. That's my right. That's my opinion. Fuck them.
Right. Like I've been threatened so many times. She was threatened. Everybody, fuck them.
Yeah,
I'm still a little raw about it.
A lot of people send hate, you know, that's what they do. But that's one thing Lanlee never did. She never sent hate to anybody, you know. That's just, I've never seen it.
No, even when we were having our bad little spat, Langley always would never be mean about it. I became an asshole. I was a dickhead, but she was never mean. She never once cussed me or anything else like that.
You know what?
She told me I was wrong. She told me I was
a long time ago, but I deserved it because I was being a dick. You know the one I'm talking about, Tammy?
Yep.
Where I had Geg on the panel? Long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I deserved that. Jeez, you know, like when I look at that, I was a prick. I really deserve that.
Yeah.
And then I made that video about my dirty toilet. And she's like, Jesus Christ, if you're going to make a video, why do you have to show your really dirty before I started cleaning it? You know, I haven't always been the guy that I am today, but I think I'm better for my friendship with Lanlee and having got to know her on a personal level. You know, there's always those people like Scammy and Wiley, the stupid coyote that said we met up in Vegas for sex, but they can't provide any proof or pictures. That never happened. I came down with COVID, as everyone knows.
Yeah.
And, you know, it is what it is, but I want everybody to remember Lanlee for who she was. She was a genuine, good person. She treated all of us like gold. Every one of us. Didn't matter if we were male or female. We were her friends, and she fucking treated us like gold. And, you know, I know it's hard. Look, I get it. But today when I went to work and I was sitting in my patrol vehicle, my buddy pulled up, my buddy the cop, with a chaplain for the police department. San Bernardino Sheriff's Department. And we had a long talk about God. We had a long talk about a lot of things, actually. And I'm enthused to read the Bible. I'm enthused to do what Reverend Kelly Lee tells me to do.
Now.
I'm sorry, what?
Get rid of Wilma Dickfit now.
Oh, I already did. Don't worry. As soon as I seen it, knocked out. Who gives a shit when they come in?
I'm enthused to read the Bible. I'm enthused to get on my fucking knees tonight when I go home and pray and just throw it all on God's shoulders and say, take it. It's yours. Take it.
You got to, Salty. You got to see, you know, you got to go with your heart.
Because before I tried to carry it all and I couldn't. You know, a lot of people smarter than me have told me this for years. I thought I could just carry it all. I can't carry it all. You come to a breaking point in your life where you're just so fucking overwhelmed. You can't carry it all. I don't have to carry it all. I got support.
Yep.
I'm not going to ask you to carry it. You got your own things to carry. But I'm going to give it up to God. I'm going to fucking get on my knees when I go home and pray and ask him to take this burden off me. You know, I don't think that having a friend who lost their life to cancer is a burden. I think that if anything, we help take the none of us want to die, even if we know we're going to go upstairs, even if we know we're going to have everlasting life with Jesus Christ. We don't want to die. Nobody wants to die. It's a human reaction. We don't want to go.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I'm gonna be straight honest. I know there's possibly going to be another heart surgery for my heart. But, in God's hands, if I don't make it, I've come to terms as like, yeah, I understand. My last heart surgery, there was a 75% that I wouldn't make it. This time, it may be worse. I don't know. But if it is, God will take and do what he's got to do.
That's it. Like
And
I
Wilma,
said,
if you're going to insult me, learn to spell my name right.
I can't even see it.
but you know,
It's done been out.
I tell this story all the time. God's going to take you when he wants to take you. It's about like that guy that it's something that happened in my life that affirmed that to me. There was a guy that used to jog by my house every day. He did it for a year and a half, maybe 2 years. Same path, same everything. He jogged over the same tree root for a year and a half. One day he tripped over that tree root, broke his neck, and died. And that's a true story. That's not a made up bullshit. That's a true story. And that's what affirmed that. God's going to take you when he's going to take you. And it don't matter how you're going to die, you're going to die. So, if you could have 30 open heart surgeries and they say 75% until God says, guess what? Now you're coming home. That's when you're going to come home, not beforehand.
Yes, sir. You never know. It's just one of those things. But I always put it to God. There's things that, like in my house right now, there's COVID. 2 brothers has got it. Me and mom were vaccinated, but we live with them. There's a possibility we could still get it.
Yeah, there's an absolute possibility. One of my dearest friends is vaccinated, and she has COVID. So there's a very good chance that you can still get it. Like I said.
Salty, is that you?
Yeah, that was Salty.
I don't know why I don't see a wrench.
That was me.
Oh, it says you're a moderator. What the? Never mind. I'm beginning to hate YouTube comments. Like, I have it on my phone. Now,
So do I have a wrench or not?
Yes, when I checked, you did.
Yeah,
if you look on here, it'll show. I don't see no wrench. So when I checked, it did. So it's like, what the fuck is going on here? I can't.
Well, anybody with the name Dick fit my boyfriend's mouth, you can't really take too serious. Sorry, not sorry. Just saying. Too soon?
He, she, it ruined that whole joke by spelling my name wrong, dumbass. Don't insult me. Spell my name right.
My internet's good, right? Where I'm at, I'm not breaking up at all.
You're breaking up bad.
You broke up a little bit, but right now you're okay.
Yeah,
I'm right underneath the tower. I'm right underneath the cellular tower.
Yeah, you're better right now. So yeah.
See, that's what we need to get back to. We need to laugh and joke and fuck what the trolls say. I was actually gonna quit my Salty Rant channel because I was all upset about losing a good friend. But you know what? I can still be the Salty Rant and change the way that I am as a person.
Don't hide, Teresa, but let's time out. This is not the time for it.
Of course, I was, I talked to so many people today that, I can't even, I'm just kind of going numb over it. I know when I'm at home you know, and it hits me. It'll hit me, but you know, it hit me a little bit last night. It hit me a little bit today. You know, but meeting that chaplain from the police department, fucking awesome, dude. I mean, that was so uplifting to get. I'm gonna read all of John tonight when I go home, and I'm gonna read Matthew verse 7, I believe. So I've read it before, but I'm gonna take the time to read it and understand it. We all believe different. We all have our prides and our prejudices. We're all different people. We all have different things in our lives, good, bad. Doesn't make much of a difference. We all believe what we believe.
So I'm not saying this. Yeah, I know, dog. One of my mods that they're behind the scenes mod says some have accepted and are ready to go when it happens. You know, yeah, you have to accept it. I'm glad that the mod, you know, sent me that message. They're listening. Okay, so
by the way, Devil's Hitman, I gotta laugh at you today because that was one soul you'll never get. I promise you. Ha 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 ha. And that's Lanlee Lang. So I got to laugh at you today, Devil's Hitman.
Lanlee was a friend to many.
Yes.
Yeah, where does any of the Teresa's comments come in? Just time them out. Let them come in. She may want Lou to die, but she'll probably die before Lou. Just saying. You know, this is about Lanlee, not Miss Mary Jane Rotten Crotch's stupid ass. Hey, sorry, I had to say it, but oh well. You know, we're here about Lanlee. We're not here about some trash bag.
All right, Salty, you need to stop too. If she wants Teresa to stop, you need to stop too, Salty. Okay.
But you know,
I agree. Not mourn her death, but celebrate her life.
Anyway, you know, I had some good times. I laughed and I made her laugh and shit. And I had a lot of late night conversations when I worked at the storage facility, which I no longer work at. And since everyone knows that, you know, I still work for the Arab employer that I've been working years, they all think they're going to get me fired. This is just another thing to have to fucking deal with. You know, it's no big deal. I mean, it's a big deal that our friend died, and it's a big deal that the family's going through all this, but I knew that if we went live and we talked about all the good things that Lanlee was to all of us, that we would get trolled, because this is YouTube.
The trolls are
Nothing good comes from YouTube.
The twins are not going to. The trolls are not going to win. What we
know the trolls aren't going to win.
You know,
we know the trolls aren't going to win.
It up, she's going to be banned from this channel, and maybe later on I might unban her ass. But
here's the thing: she'll just make up more sock accounts. But here's what we know.
One night in one channel, I banned 26 Teresa accounts.
Oh yeah,
yep, I remember that shit. I remember that shit. Wasn't it? I think it was Betsy's chat. Wasn't that the night where Betsy immortally said, "If you don't like what I'm saying, take your big fat lips and put them on my big fat clit and suck."
Yeah.
Needs it though.
Oh shit! That was already.
And then the very next night, Tammy has a live stream, and what happens? Fucking it happened again.
It did.
Betsy, I'm never gonna let you live that down. In fact, when you die, I'm gonna have that put on your headstone.
Okay.
Take your big fat lips and put them on my big fat clit and suck. You're never gonna live that down. I'm sorry.
I know it.
And I can tell you right now, Lanlee is probably sitting here laughing at us because, you know, she knows what was going on. She, you know, people
She's
are.
pissing her pants.
She thought that was rather funny.
I love her because,
She
you
is
know,
pissing her pants right now.
I love her because that's the way she was. Like, she knew what people do, but she still loved them no matter what. But she could, if she heard a certain comment that one of us would say, and I've heard her laugh about it. It's funny. She's got a beautiful laugh.
Oh yeah, she does. You ain't kidding. I loved her laugh.
I can't tell you how many times late at night when I was working graveyard, she would call me up and she's like, "What are you doing?" I said, I'm just sitting here watching YouTube or whatever, falling asleep. And she goes, "Well, don't fall asleep. Talk to me." And I would talk to her. And, you know, little history lesson for everybody. When I was blind Justice the Auditor in California, she was my head moderator. She was one of the people responsible for getting me out of DHS custody when they beat the fuck out of me and imprisoned me for 3 hours against my will, all for filming at the border. Because some asshole, who knows who, make your fucking choice, it could be anyone, called the DHS and said that I had a gun in my backpack. She was one of the most pivotal people that day to help get me fucking released. And they were fucking pissed. For 3 hours, they couldn't make any calls in or out because the phone lines were fucking jammed up. I did not initiate a call flood. But back in the day, and you guys all know this is what auditors used to do. It's not politically correct or commonly accepted today, but they had a mass call flood to the Otay Mesa Border DHS office.
Okay,
And
Reverend
people were
Kelly.
fucking pissed.
Reverend
Okay,
Kelly.
Rev.
All right, good. You saw it. Good.
Yeah. I was about to
Take care,
send
Reverend.
you-
Thank you.
And
Thank you, Reverend. I do appreciate it.
I send you a message to give Bubba my number. Go ahead. Salty, you
Yes.
can't.
Hey, hey, Misty, when Bubba gets your number, may I have it too?
I'll think about it.
Well, the reason I was asking, I live right here on the same property with him.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes.
I believe me, I don't abuse calling.
Whoa, wait a minute. That's not fair. So you're going to give Bubba and Tammy your number, so you're going to have 3 guys on the internet whacking it to you? I thought I was the only one. That's not fair. I thought I was exclusive.
Keep having a wet
Jeez.
dreams in your mind.
Make me feel cheap.
You might be. I don't know. They ain't put you on the street corner.
I've tried to put Salty on the street corner many times. I even bought him a brand new mattress. He won't use it.
Well,
No, man, I prefer to fucking do it on the grass. Actually, he tried to put me on the street corner many times. I just take all my tricks into the fucking cemetery. Something taboo about being in the cemetery late at night. I don't know. Anyway, I probably shouldn't joke about this because, you know, like the pissing on bushes thing turned into pissing and shitting on graves for years. Right. I really probably shouldn't joke about this, honestly, because you know what they're going to turn it into.
Oh yeah, they always do.
But I guarantee you, and I believe this in my heart, that Lanlee's up top watching us, laughing her ass off right now, just fucking holding her fucking insides, her guts. And she's like, Christ. She goes, I knew I was going to die, but damn, this is some funny shit. She gets to sit there and look at all of us talk about her and all the good times.
You know what Langley's thinking? Damn, Salty finally got me on top.
That's fucked up, Tammy. What the fuck? Great point, but what the fuck?
I know you damn well know she would have thought that. You damn well know she would have.
You almost made me drop a JC bomb on a live stream. Damn you, Tammy. Son of a bitch. I finally got her on top. You're right. I mean, you're absolutely 100%, but fuck, man. I wasn't even thinking like that.
Yeah, she had a good sense of humor. I liked her sense of humor. Yeah.
You
Someday.
know damn well Langley Lang probably just busted a gut laughing on that too.
Oh yeah.
Somehow, some way, someday. Not now, because I'm not ready to lose her. But my favorite girl in the world, Betsy, is going to be on top. Ooh, I can't wait. That is going to be awesome. I think Mr. Peeler's going to have a fucking something to say about it. But, you know,
Oh,
I'm just saying, Betsy. I'm just saying I'm preparing for it.
I'll just haunt you, Salty.
Oh, please do. Just don't do it when I'm jerking at the porn. Don't appear in my bedroom. Don't be a premonition. And don't pull on my shirt like my parents did when Nuck and Futz was doing all that seance shit with him and shit, because that scared the fuck out of me. I almost had a heart attack that night. I mean, I got a tug on my fucking shirt so fucking hard. I'm like, what in the fuck? I almost had a heart attack. I had more than a pitter patter on my heart. Let me tell you something.
Bowser Slam Grade quitting.
Why?
Because Misty said, Bouncer, you can't get me wet. LOL, tiny nutty.
Oh, don't do that to Bouncer. Bouncer's a good man.
He's rage quitting. That's funny.
He's a good man. I just have to mess with him. That's just how it is.
Oh, Bouncer wouldn't have it any other way. I'm telling you that now.
No, he wouldn't. He loves everybody to mess with him. Like, he loves shows, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And a damn good mind when it comes to assholes around here.
And he's got a very quick wit to come back with something.
Right?
Totally very funny.
I think Lanlee would enjoy us celebrating her life rather than.
You're correct.
To bring up all the great things she's said and done, and yeah.
We had a lot of on Tammy's panel and Betsy's panel, even on Misty's panel. I mean, it was fun. You know, I mean, life should be about having enjoyment. You know, she was worried that day because she's like, that guy's crazy.
Oh, you're breaking up, Salty. Go sit back over by the tower.
Breaking up?
Yeah,
you did.
Yeah, we didn't hear any of the rest of that.
Oh, I said Lanlee tried telling me months, probably weeks, before a cultured no PP Wood came to my house that he was coming.
Yeah.
And I just kind of dismissed it. I just blew it off. But she was right. And he's not crazy, but he acts crazy. But you know what? She was right about a lot of things, and I never gave her the credit she deserved, and I wish I had. Maybe taken her more serious and validated her. But I got to tell you that
many other ways. So yeah.
What time did Salty? What time did we figure that she might have passed? What was it, about 2:30?
About 2:15 California time.
Yeah, it'd be 2:15 California time, Devil Fit Man, give or take.
So you know.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking.
I don't know.
And I thank you, Salty, for texting me to get in touch with her. You know.
I mean, you know what? I wanted everybody who had something to say to be able to give her fond farewell, because when she told me last night she's got maybe a week to go, and then I heard her, I knew she didn't have long to go. I didn't know how long, but I knew she wasn't going to make it more than a couple of days. I even told my wife. I was breaking down in the car driving home, speeding like a fucking maniac. And, you know, I'm surprised I didn't get in any car accidents or tickets, but I just fucking cranked up the 5-Finger Death Punch. And one of the songs that I was listening to that was bringing me so much heartache, but also joy, I guess, more heartache than joy, was...
that'd be about, no, it was later than that, because it was freaking, when I got the thing, it was 3:30 my time, so it couldn't have been 2:15 California time. It's 3:30 my time, so
yeah.
No, you're getting that backwards, Devil's Hit Man.
Anyway,
yeah, it would have been about 2:30 California time, which would have been Eastern time, would have been 3:30, 4:30, 5:36, about 4:30, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Because it was 3:30 my time. That'd be be about 4:30.
Well, I can check the text that Salty sent me and I tell you because I'm in Eastern time.
Yeah, and he got it after I got the
Yeah,
call
about
because I called.
6:30, 6:40 is when he told me.
Yeah, he got that after I had called him and we had talked a while.
It
Then
doesn't really matter.
so,
It doesn't
but
really
I
matter.
just
The
told him
point is,
at
she's not
2:30 time.
suffering anymore.
Yep.
She's not suffering anymore, and we don't have to worry about it. It's all good.
Salty broke up
You know,
again.
Well,
said-
Bouncer, wait until you go out in them woods. She's gonna probably come true to her word. You're in trouble.
I always say this, they watch over you. You do something wrong, you're gonna know it.
Oh yeah. No, she was joking around with Bouncer about that, but
You never know, they might actually do it. There's a lot of things that I've said to people, like my car accidents. I could have been dead in a couple of them, but I always say my grandfather must have turned the wheel so that way I didn't get hurt as bad.
Mm-hmm.
Devil's Hitman, if you want to go ahead and put on the mother-in-law wing for me, I'm probably going to be down there sooner than you know, but maybe not. But I was getting back to the listening to the music. I was listening to the Wrong Side of Heaven and the Righteous Side of Hell. Not that it means anything for Lanlee Lang, but for me, the lyrics on that song, I don't know what I do. I listen to a lot of music, and this is how I accept what I can accept because I have no choice. This is how I deal with it. I listen to music. Puts me in my own little world, and I'm cool with it.
Music is one thing that can help with a lot of emotions and a lot of things. Music is therapy.
You're correct. Very much so. That's been proven throughout history.
It's been my therapy.
Yeah, it's always a therapy, I did music through most of my life, and there's a lot of songs people would think I wouldn't know. Because I'm one of those, I go from all the years, not just, my All right, Bubba.
Sorry.
There was a couple people that
Go ahead.
There was a couple people that I reached out to for Lanlee Lang, but I don't expect them to get back to me. One of them I've already talked about. The other I refuse to say their name because, well, they came back from the dead and, is what it is. They can watch YouTube like everybody else.
Yeah, Lanlee was there for a lot of people. I wish more people were there for her than what they were.
Yeah. But she was happy.
I hate to cut it short.
Happy with all of us.
Breaks over with. So, guys, take care. We'll talk again soon. You guys are still alive later when I get everything locked up. I'll come back. I want to tell you I love each and every one of you in my own way. Not sexual. Obviously, I give you a hard time. But, I love you as friends. I love you as family.
I know anyways.
Even Tammy. And no, Tammy, I don't want your butthole.
You might. We never know behind closed doors.
Yeah, Lanlee had a lot of patience. She had a lot of patience with me, and she never gave up, which I'm glad. She never gave up on trying to make me a friend, and she overly succeeded because we were way more than friends. So yeah,
she definitely had a lot of patience. A lot of things people had done and said. She never really let it. She spoke her mind when she had to, but she never really let it get to her.
I mean, she understood, that I was backstabbed a few times, and she understood, but she hung in there with me, and
Later, Salty.
yeah, which I'm glad she did. So glad.
Bouncer, you might want to put that finger away. But no, Lanlee was definitely one of the best people on YouTube. And you can't say that about many.
I agree.
And for the last few weeks or even a couple months, she didn't let anything the trolls say bother her. She wasn't bothered anymore. She
I
didn't
don't think she
care.
really ever did, to be
No,
honest with
not
you.
really. I think the only thing that she wanted to make sure is that it didn't affect us, and it never affected me.
She didn't like us being affected.
Yeah, exactly. She didn't like the fact that if we were brought into it, just to try to hurt her. But I told her not to worry about that. We was used to that with Salty, and she liked that part. So yeah.
Yeah, there's one of the conversations I can remember her saying to me, and it was after Crybaby Crackor and I had gotten in arguments and, didn't get along. She goes, the best thing you can do is just be you.
Yep. That's it. That is it.
I'm sure she got a couple of laughs out of, the shit that, I would say, Crybaby Crackor or something else. It's like I said to before in the past, and I'm sure she, Lanlee can understand it completely, and, she's probably agreeing with it. Is until that person stops talking about me, I'm not going to stop talking about them. And, when you go after family, game on.
And the best way to get back at your trolls is to not give a fuck.
Yep.
I mean, I do not go to any of their channels. I don't watch
I don't
any of their
either.
videos. And the only time I've ever done that is I get an email saying you really, really, really need to watch this. It's very important. Other than that, I will go nowhere near any of their channels.
I don't.
So if they make a video about me, it's not affecting me because I don't watch it. So it's like, what the fuck? I don't care. And that's
Hey,
something she believed in strongly. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't
hey,
watch their videos. I cannot. Crybaby Crackor ain't nothing but a crazy cat lady.
What?
hey,
Can we?
here, smell this. By the way, uh, just stick that thing right back up your butt where it came from. Leave it there and rotate. You'll enjoy the ride.
So I mean that's the best kind of revenge you can give a troll. It's not to acknowledge them. You know. Like me and my son was talking. The worst thing you can do is make a troll relevant, and you make
Right.
them relevant by paying them attention. You
Well,
can make them irrelevant and not give a shit and
here,
not
smell this.
acknowledge them.
Here, smell this. I want to make relevant because I know who that actually is behind the scenes. So it's good.
Oh yeah, I
Something.
know, but I'm just in general. Like I said, if they
Yeah.
go through all that trouble to make a video about you, they want you to see it. And if you don't even hear about it, then it's pointless.
Yep.
It's like they wasted all of that time for what? Nothing. The one person that they really want to watch it doesn't give it two flying fucks. So
Right. At
and
the
that's
time, that is the case.
yeah. I don't go like I said, I don't go anywhere near. I don't give a shit what they say.
You know, Betsy, I took a page out of your book too, hon. I quit going to all them stupid ass
Yeah,
people's things. I mean, why should I care that someone
yeah.
is out there making a fool of themselves with sheer lies?
And you make them relevant. You
Yeah,
give them purpose. You make them achieve their goal. Why the fuck would anybody want to do that?
you're right.
I mean,
You know,
ignore them. Fuck it. Don't even go anywhere near their shit.
I
Yep.
don't watch her channel, but one thing I did get to laugh at one of the, and it got a copy strike, and I really don't give a shit, but she went to one of my mods behind the scene to text and say, "Stop talking about me." So that's where she got crybaby crack whore. I mean, she was just crack whore, but and that pissed that one off the most. When you certain nicknames like that, if you give them nicknames that'll piss them off the most, and most of the time they shut up after a while, and then maybe in the future they'll come back. But
Right.
so far they've been quiet.
Yeah.
She just didn't like the nickname. Did I give a shit? No.
And
Don't go
them
to her
telling
channel.
me, them calling me Betsy Feelers, it's like, yeah, and I'm proud of my feelings. I want people to know my feelings. That's why I show them.
Yes,
And I'm
ma'am.
proud to have them. And what they don't understand, they're the same because if you show hatred, that's still your feelings. If you show contempt, that's still a feeling. So every single person in the world has feelings and they show it one way or another.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm proud to have mine because I respect people and I show them my friendship, and that's something great, especially here. To find a true friend is unbelievable here. So yeah, I'm proud of each and every one of my feelings. So yeah.
By the way, Bouncer Slab, I love your videos about when you're going out in the woods and you're showing people different things they can eat and things like that. That's fucking cool shit, dude.
Oh, that what it is cool, bouncer. So yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that goes on that, we all have our, struggles. And like you say, you have your feelings. The
Yeah.
ones that say that, the ones that don't like to have feelings out there, they're empty soul. It's just simple as that. They're empty.
But what
Yep.
they don't understand is they have feelings. That's showing a feeling.
Yep.
Hatred is a feeling. Being an asshole, hello, that's a feeling. You're obnoxious. So
Devil's,
every single thing everybody says and does on here is a feeling. So they're an oxymoron.
Yep.
Devil's Hitman said, Devil Hitman said lead paint was tasty. LOL. Now we know what's wrong with you, Devil's Hitman. Too much lead.
That's for sure.
Right.
That might be what's wrong with a lot of them.
So I'd say just stay away from all them places, and you'll see how much better off you'll be.
Yeah, I don't even go to the Crybaby Crack War channel. A few people, quite a few people know who it is.
Yeah.
And even then, some of them are like, I won't subscribe, but I'd be watching out. I was like, don't even watch out. I mean, I don't care. I said, I get enough messages knowing when it's talking and when it's not. So it's like, I don't care if y'all
Just
watch out.
just keep them irrelevant to you. Make them totally irrelevant. Make them like a pile of dog shit on the ground. You just
The only thing that made me
stay
go
away
after
from it.
that one is when it went after my mother and then my animals. You don't. That's
I
one
still,
thing
I,
you don't do.
I still would not. See, you just gave them you
Devil's
just gave them a playbook.
God
So
damn.
now everything you said, they know how to get to you, and they're going to use
Oh, they already
that.
tried it. It didn't work for them.
Yeah, just ignore it.
They
Fuck
tried
'em.
it. It didn't work, and they
Yeah.
got mad. So they started spreading all these rumors around. So I'm like, yeah, okay. Look how dumb you are.
Yeah, and the people that know you know it's a lie, and the people that don't, it's a shame. They ought to get to know you.
Well, hell,
So yeah.
I'll tell y'all kind of a funny story. I did post a video that I knew the ones that are Crybaby Crackcore minions and her would say something. So I purposely put that video out and had people noticing. It was like the ones that really follow knew why I done that. And we had the biggest fucking laugh because they looked so fucking stupid when they weren't there after a while. So every
Yep.
time they would say something, the video was gone. They're like, what the fuck? Where's it at? It made them look dumb. Which, to me, I got, laugh out at it, and a lot of people do. After that, I haven't done anything else.
Yep.
I might put like these TikToks of people up there and name it for that person, but that's just for jabs for fun.
Yep. I hate to say this, but I got to get up very, very early in the morning to go to work. Unfortunately,
You
so
work? Gee, I thought you just should or sit on your ass.
that's
Well, it's only
according to the trolls. That's what I do. I do nothing. I'm a piece of shit that does absolutely nothing. But if you were to ask my boss, I'm sure he would tell you differently. But that's why he keeps coming to get me every day to take me to work. Uh, but I need to get up early, and I want to say a few prayers to Langley, and so I'm gonna bid you all a good night, and
yes, sir. Have a good night.
Night,
I
Tammy.
hope
Hugs.
good night, Bessie, and hugs back, and I hope everything goes great for y'all.
Cyber. We'll give you
Thank
some
you.
cyber hugs, Tammy.
Lots of hugs for everybody. We're all going to be, sad for a while, but, the sadness should be happiness that she's in a better place.
Yeah.
As with that, I think you're sad for the life they won't have anymore here, but I think you're more sad for your loss to lose somebody as great as that. It's really tragic
Mhm.
And a
because,
person like that is so great to
yeah,
so many, and just to lose her it's heartbreaking.
I agree.
Like I said earlier, I had to pull myself together. I was in tears knowing it. They may
Well,
not have been rolling down the face, but they were in my eyes. My eyes were so watery.
when I got the text, I was like, my jaw dropped at first, and I was sort of in shock. But I knew it was coming. Uh,
I'm one of those. I don't always have tears rolling down my face, but you definitely can tell that I'm crying on the inside because I get all watery eye.
yeah, that's what happened to me, and that's exactly how I handled it. Then,
You got to stand up. You got to
but
put the
I
big boy
know,
pants on and keep going.
but I do know this. There's one thing for sure because this came out of her mouth yesterday. She said, "Don't cry for me."
And it's hard not to. It's really hard not to.
Yep. Well, we are, it is hard not to because we are going to miss that person. We are going to miss what she is, what she was, and who she was,
yeah,
and how
She will
much she
always
touched
be who
our
she
lives,
was.
and how much she touched our lives. Because now
oh yeah,
we don't have that in our life no more to touch us and help us and lift us up. It does make you sad, and it does make you want to cry.
yes, yes,
And
yeah,
she's going to be a very sorely missed person, at least in my life, and I know
oh
in many
yeah,
others.
exactly.
But yet, just remember, she is in a much better place, and she's not hurting anymore.
And she
Exactly.
fought a good battle.
Right, and now she's probably sitting up there waiting for her husband. She'll be waiting for her husband.
Oh
And
yeah,
then when he comes back to her, he will have his full mind and faculties about him again. And she'll be a happy, happy, happy individual again.
One thing that still touches me to this day, and it will always touch, is she consoled me to ask, what can be done for her husband, like all the advice that I could give her.
Hmm.
I told her, I said, I'm always there, I'm always a call away.
Hmm.
And she weren't one to, ask for help. She never asked really for help. She'd rather help you than you to help her.
Yeah, well, like I said, a lot of people didn't even know she had cancer. There was only a very few select few that knew it. And that's because she didn't want to burden others with her problems, was her biggest deal about the
Yes,
whole
sir.
thing. Even people that talked to her regularly on the phone. Hell, there was people that knew it before I did even. Okay.
and I agree with her. You should never, ever, ever share such things on here.
No.
Right.
I didn't never plan on sharing mine, but a certain person accidentally lit it out, when she was trying to defend me, and uh, I was like, Jesus, yeah. So that's how mine got out. Not that I said anything, but somebody else said something.
You know, like
My illness.
you know, I email you to check in on you. You
Yeah.
know, I don't put it on here.
No.
It was
I don't
like you
think
said one
anybody
time.
should. I'm sorry. I just don't think anybody should share something
Any
like that
medical.
on here because people use anything and everything to get back at you to make you hurt in one way or another. So yeah, I say don't tell anybody anything
The only
like
reason
that
I
on
let
here.
my medical stuff out there is because I know that the idiots are going to say something. But when they make fun of people who has health conditions or disabled, they're the ones that look like idiots,
Yeah, and karma
and
has
they're
a way. I'm
clueless.
telling you, and they know that karma has a way of saying hello to people like that. I I I 100% believe that
I
without
do.
hesitation.
I do
People
too.
do stuff like that. I'm sorry, but karma, yeah.
Well, y'all, good night, and I will talk to y'all
Be
later.
safe. Be safe, Tammy.
You be safe.
All right.
You know, the
So,
good Lord, brought her in our lives for a reason. That's
yeah.
what He did. And a lot
and
of people will never understand that.
and adults who doesn't quite understand that people, they do make mistakes. And I mean, anytime Langley did something that she learned from it all, as
She's very
as
protective
you
over a
should.
lot of people.
Yeah,
I can tell you right now, I can remember one of the trolls, one of the minions that said something about me. And she stood up and said, she's a good person. Forget what they have to say. Missy, don't worry about them.
yeah, right.
Let them say what they gotta say. But
Yeah,
you're a good person, so pretty much f them.
yeah. A stranger saying something about you. The key word is a stranger. Someone's like, you laugh at that because
Hmm.
they're a stranger. What they mean nothing to you in life. Their existence is insignificant to you whatsoever. They will not, they don't make a difference in your life one way or another. So you just you treat them exactly what they are, nothing. So some stranger wants to insult you. It's like, are you serious? It's like, who the fuck are you? I don't give a shit what you think of me because it does not matter. You will not make a difference in my life. So why should I give a shit what you think? And and that's just the way it is. I mean, it's the only people that can hurt you is the ones you let hurt you. And if you stop and think about it, your whole life, the only people that did hurt you were people you knew. Am I right?
Right.
So all of these people that you know them as a name and that's it. They are exactly what that is, just some name to somebody that you have no clue about, nor do you want to have a clue about. Because the only ones that can ever hurt you are the ones that you let hurt you, and usually it's somebody that you know well, not a stranger on fucking YouTube, really. So that's the way I look at them. They truly do not know me, nor do I know them, and that's just, and by them saying anything, they're just going to guarantee that it stays that way.
Oh yeah. It's even with the minion, or well, the minion leader. With her, the thing with it being said, she can go to other channels and try talking shit and telling them, oh, well, this person's a bad person. A lot of people are going to believe it, but that just shows how dumb they are.
Yeah,
I know she was in the channel, so she would talk shit. So what one person didn't know, well, she didn't know, is that I knew the person that she was going to go talk to. So before she could even start her shit, they already knew. They knew what to ignore and why. What started the whole issue. Like, who gives a fuck about a wrench, really?
Oh my
That's
God,
what started the whole
exactly.
thing. That's what started the whole thing. Is didn't like a wrench being taken away. It wasn't my fault. YouTube took them away. Hell, 90% of my mods didn't have wrenches, and I had to fix it.
Exactly.
She just mad because I couldn't fix hers right away. Oh well. Nunkin, I wouldn't even worry about that one. It was hidden. You know, people they'll come and say shit on these channels, try to get you to go after some other person, but I don't necessarily go after anybody unless they come after me. That's just how I am. I'll speak what's going on and that's it.
Rarely, every once in a great while, I find it necessary to respond to something.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
it's only after a great consideration, and it's something that I was like backed into that I needed to make one point. So I make that one point, and that's it. It's done with. I never touch on it again. I will never. Yeah, and that's just fuck them. Just ignore them and have fun. And that's what me and Langley talked about a lot.
You gotta
Was
have
just
fun.
hanging out and having fun, laughing and joking at the people that we hung out in. A lot of it was yeah, in Salty's channel, but that's where we had most of the fun at. And
Sarah, I'm not sure.
there were a lot of times that we just when Salty ended the stream, we would sit back, back here and just talk for a while.
And that's sometimes what you have to do.
Mhm.
And I believe I told you who the crybaby crack whore is before.
But to be honest, I forgot. You can put it in the
And
private.
I haven't seen it in
Oh,
your
I think
channel.
I
I
think
haven't. I don't think I've seen it in your channel because
yeah.
once they see me in a channel, like certain ones, and they know that they can't win,
Was it that
they
one?
don't go by. I'll check in just a second. I didn't even see the
Okay.
red dot for a minute. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but with that one, she won't go in your channel if she sees me there.
Sarah, I don't believe there's and they requested any type of help from anyone here. So
She just wanted us to know that she loved everybody.
her son had sent messages out to people and so on and so forth, and
If there's
so
anything that we can do, we'll do it.
like I said, I honor her friendship because we talked a lot about trolls and her trolls and my trolls, and I will honor her into doing what we talked about, and that's basically just ignoring them and making them irrelevant. So
And she was always a defender to people that she loved, the people that she knows weren't what people were saying. She always
I don't know. You know who Dr. Quigley is, right?
no.
I'm 99.9% sure that's Rev's girlfriend.
I'll have to ask him.
Yeah, I believe I am almost positive that that's Rev Kelly's girlfriend. Now, don't take my whole, but I'm almost positive it is.
I have a screenshot, so I'll send it and ask him.
Yeah.
Because that's just, there's certain things that I'll screenshot, you know, let's just say the troll. She might
Yeah.
say something I screenshot, and whoever that it was on, I'll show them because that's showing them where I've been quiet, and then they say something.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, see, I was quiet. Here's, and I don't delete my messages.
Yeah. And as far as being a mod, I'm a mod in some big channels, and it's hard work. I mean, it's actual hard work because you have to pay attention to chat, and if the chat needs help, at least this is what I consider. I mean, you have to pay attention to chat, and if chat needs help, you got to help them. Let it be telling them what's going on or giving them a link if they need a link somewhere. I mean, it and like I said, I'm modding some really big channels, and they have 3,000 people in there at once, and oh my god, it's really fucking hard work.
It
So
is, you
to be a
know.
mod, I mean, it's like I had to skim back on a lot where I hang out. So I mean, I turned in my wrench for a lot of channels because I just don't have it anymore. I don't have it in me anymore. And to base your friendship on a wrench, that is pathetic. I'm sorry. And for people to say that you're upset because of a wrench,
Yeah.
that's just stupid. Because
It's
that's what
good.
was told to me. I bet she's just upset she lost her. I don't know, motherfucker. I gave up a lot of wrenches because I don't have the time to dedicate to them. Because to me, being a mod is serious. You know, you don't just sit there and hide people or time people out. It consists of a whole lot of other things. You have to post links, not
Yeah.
only the links that the channel owners need posted, but like I said, you might have somebody in your chat that says, "Hey, I need this and this link to this," and you have to, it's your to me, it's your job to go get it.
You have to.
So 9 out of 10 times, I'm barely able to sit there and relax and because I'm too busy doing stuff to either what the channel owner needs posted and what everybody else needs linked to. So
You have to in a way, and it's sad that people take a wrench as like a real
yeah,
life thing, and
yeah,
you don't do that.
yeah.
And it's
If
sad
if
because
I
that's
came here tomorrow and didn't have a wrench, I
you would
wouldn't
be,
even
man.
say anything. Because a lot of times I understand that sometimes you have to unwrench everybody in order to fix some things.
Yes, ma'am. You have to.
So I'm like, it's you'll give it to me or you won't, but that's not gonna determine the way I treat you. That's for damn sure.
You can, and it's funny because, and this is something that I'll touch on a little bit so you can understand. The first thing this crybaby crack whore did was try to call the animal control. That failed. A week later, she decided she was going to um
Yeah, that
call
was his
call the
that
sheriff's department and get my mother checked out. Like
that
wellness check. It didn't do her any good because it
yeah
failed. And
that
it's funny,
was that was a Red's girlfriend.
they asked. Well, this is what I said. I said, well, is this person? And they can't tell you, but they, in a way, tell you.
Yeah,
And the facial expressions. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, you lost. You lost so bad.
yeah. And like I said, to me, sometimes just to be able to go somewhere and relax and have a fun conversation, you have most of that by not being a damn wrench. Because, like I said, you have to pay attention too much. And uh, so yeah, Misty, that was Red's girlfriend. I don't know if you heard me when I said that, but Red's in the room. But for anybody to base the way they treat you and the way if they consider you a friend or not, is if they're wrenched, that's just wrong, people. So you should judge people by that. That's for sure. Are you here, Misty? Ooh. Oops. I've taken over. I am the evil one. Oh, but I can't do shit. Get back here, Misty. Anywho, I don't know. She might have hit the wrong button. Um, Hold on, Rev. Let me go back. She wasn't blocked or anything, Rev. So yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah. All right, I'm holding on. It's like, what can I do? Nothing. Neener, neener. I hope not too many people make horrible videos about Langley or Langley. I can never say that right. She knew it. Langley. Langley. Whatever. It's Langley to me. And if they do, I just hope that karma is fast and swift. I really do. Come on, Misty, get back. I'm running out of things to talk. Oh, there you are. Yay, she's back. You go. Bouncer, right?
Am I back?
You are back.
Okay. Yeah, it just had a little glitch. Yeah, the power flickered and then it came back on, so. And that happens. Today's been one of those days. Our power company sucks. Oh, that's okay, Rev. We were just wondering. That's why I sent you the message. But yeah, it could be power, it could be anything. It's crazy shit. It's just the devil trying to win. So hopefully, this is still going good. Balancer, it was actually we had a power surge for some freaking reason. Well, I should say some fucking reason. The city loves to give power surges, and not only that, but I've got Spectrum internet. It goes out periodically throughout the night, and it's like, what the hell? And unfortunately for me, I can only get Spectrum in my area. But yeah, Lanlee was friends to many. She was a sweet woman. Loved everybody. She didn't care, you know, who they were. She loved them no matter what. Yeah, thank you, Rev, for letting us know. She's welcome back. Yeah, Bouncer, it's my internet. Or, well, my city's freaking power surges. Oh, we had a power surge not long ago, and I should make the city pay for it, but it burned out one of my fans.
You
Oh,
freaking
was it?
hot.
I was pissed when I, had that fan going and then a power surge come through.
Mm.
Like I say, our city's like the devil, the power company at least. But they're not gonna win if they keep doing it because they're gonna ruin somebody's, fridge, their deep freezer, and then that's, if they do it too many times, they're gonna have problems. But I appreciate every time that I've talked to Lanlee, and her willingness to come and ask for help with her husband. That to me shows a person that's strong and willing to admit they need help. Whether it's for a family member, how to handle things to themselves health wise if they needed help. I tell everybody I'm here. I've done the medical stuff for years. I've had my medical degree for years. I'm an MA. I did home health aid. So, and not only that, but before that, I've had so much medical experience. I'm able to give some people some advice if I can. Betsy, like if you had a question, you can always come to me and ask me.
Oh yeah.
And you can get my number from Salty or, Rev, whoever. Just a call, if you need it. I'm here for everybody, If a person crossed me, I'm not going to, just continue being nice to them. But I'm not going to trust them either.
Exactly. Like I said, it took a while, but I have to give it to Langley. She never stopped. She just hung in there with me. She understood that I was betrayed and stabbed in the back by people on here before, but she stayed there, and I can't help but say she earns my respect.
Well,
Uh,
hell, sometimes me and you've
yeah,
had the same people, and,
yeah,
we're able to talk, about it
exactly.
and understand it,
Because
Karen M, me and hers talked, a little bit, and people may hate it, but we've had the same troll, and there's a few others. And we sat there and talked about it, and we're like, yeah, we'll never trust the person.
exactly, because I thought who I was trusting, was yeah, who was I wrong? But and that's what makes her special. She understood, and she didn't say, "Oh fuck it, you're not worth it." She made you feel worth it, and that's not something a lot of people can do.
It takes a lot for people to, gain my trust, especially after what the Crybaby Crack Whore did. Then that's where I noticed where a lot of fake people are, and there's a lot of fake here.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way. Did I ever?
You take what people say seriously for a while until you realize that they could be fake. You know, you kind of take it like the real world at first, but then when you realize what it's really about, then you're just like, oh, fuck it.
I'm just like, why would anybody lie here? Why would anybody? But see,
Yeah,
that's because I didn't understand YouTube. I mean, yeah, I was on YouTube, but I was just here watching cat videos. Let's just leave it at that. Cat videos. Just videos. I didn't even know about this community. Any part of this community, I didn't have a clue existed. So when I came into this community, I will be the first to admit I was naive as hell. And I
so was
figured
I.
that, they have to be like me. That, why lie, cheat, why hurt people? What's the point? But goddamn, is this community now overflowing with just that type of people? So I learned the hard way by people stabbing me in the back and being dicks.
Or they don't like who you have on the channel, so therefore you're a
Exactly.
bad person. And it's like, I'm not going to pick sides.
You know how many times I've been threatened, that my family has been threatened just for hanging out with Salty? My whole entire family,
They will.
they have been threatened. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Are they stupid?
A lot of them are. I see it as there's a lot of clicks on here, and a lot of them want you to pick sides and stuff. It's like Mary Jane Rottencrotch's friends. Only one of them that I really have respect for, and that's because they never, went against me and they never caused problems. We've always been respectful to each other. And people may not like that person, but I never went against them. They never went against me.
And you kind of, I'm like a worn out record when I keep saying I don't agree with what everybody says, or what they do. But that doesn't mean that, it's people don't. It's
It
so
doesn't mean
annoying.
you have to take sides.
Yeah, I mean, I can remain your friend and not agree with you on certain things and not like certain people you like,
Exactly.
but I can still remain your friend and I can still remain respectful to you because in
That's
my
how it's supposed to be.
I'm an adult and that's what adults do.
You're supposed to have, that no picking sides. You may not agree with what somebody says, but who in the real world, who agrees with everybody? Nobody.
Exactly.
So, there's things that I may not agree with people, but, things happen. I won't agree with some of them. And then, even I said, I don't agree with everything Salty says, but, he's never went against me. I've never went against him, and I'm not going to.
Yeah, and like I said, it makes no sense. But
It's just like that Mary Jane Rotten Crotch. Oh, you need to leave Salty. Well, you need to leave that pussy in the pants. That's how
I
I
have my
see it.
own opinions. I'm old enough to have my own opinions, and
Yes, ma'am. You
I
gotta have
mean,
your own opinions. If you don't have your own
exactly.
opinions, you're letting somebody rule you.
You know. So I like I said again, I'm an adult. They are well, they should be adults, and they need to act like it. And
A
you're
lot
the
of people
first.
hate.
Oh my
A lot of
god.
people hate us that speak our mind and speak how we feel, and they hate it because they want you to shut up and not say anything.
Yeah, I'm like, if you don't like me, then fuck off. It just don't have anything to do with me. Don't come to my channel. Don't talk to me. Don't just go away. Simple. I mean, that's what I
Lanlee,
do. I mean, I don't go to the channels. I don't have conversations with them because, I mean, the only conversations they have are troll conversations to either
yep,
threaten you or threaten your family or say some really childish, stupid shit.
and they will. That's all
Yeah.
they do. That's all they know to do.
So, yeah,
You
I
know,
learned a lot. I learned a whole lot. It took me a while, and it took, like I said, being stabbed in the back a few times. And, I kind of closed off, and that's why I have to say, I mean, she's a, I can't even describe how patient she is. So yeah,
yeah. And Lanlee was
well,
always there for you, and she's one of those. She would see the trolls making their comments, but would she react to them? Not really.
yeah,
And that's something we all can learn from her. Her patience.
exactly. She had a whole lot when it came to me.
She was one strong lady, and she'll always be strong. Even up there, she'll be a strong lady. Hell, she might be slapping our trolls up there. Maybe, maybe not. But we know she'll still be looking over us no matter what. And, I'll always love that woman. She was there for us. And she'll tell you, she would have told you, don't let the trolls get to you. They're not worth it.
Oh yeah, she did that, but we had a lot of laughs as well.
Yeah, all you can do is laugh at the trolls, just like with the incident of calling the sheriff department to do a wellness check.
Oh
My
my
mother
god.
and I both stood right there and laughed our asses off. But it's shit like that makes you laugh. Yeah, the funny thing with the animal control, they didn't spell my name right, so it took them a while to find me. And they go, "Well, we'll just call this as a false call,
and
and
there's
we'll look
this
into it more." And they never listened to it after that point.
and there is this amazing feature that all of us have. It's called the X up there in the right hand corner. You hit that, and you know what? It makes everything disappear. It's magical. So if you don't like something, hit that X up there in the right hand corner, and it makes everything go away.
Or the back button.
There you go.
You're like, back button, I don't want to watch this shit.
Yeah, it's a major feature. Like,
It's just like with the Minions, they got one of the channels I used to watch to block me. Did I hate the person? No, and that person's always welcome here to the channel,
yeah,
because I never had, I know what's going on. I know that they are believing something that's not exactly true. They don't
right,
know the truth behind it, so I don't hate the person. It's just like one of the people that was here trying to find out what was going on my end, why there was so much hate,
right, Mama Cookie.
and then they started
Yeah,
believing the person or people. Well, then just about a week ago, they liked a comment that I sent 6 months ago. I'm like, really, you
uh,
turn against, but yet you like a comment later? It really
yeah.
shows that you don't pay attention. And the sad part, every time I talked to that one person, they were drunk. So half the
Uh,
shit that I would tell them, they wouldn't know.
there you go.
It's like, yeah,
I don't, like I said, I don't care what anybody says on here about her. I am thankful I got the opportunity to be considered her friend. And I'm thankful that she allowed me to consider her my friend.
yes, ma'am.
And there's not anything out there that anybody can say that will change that.
There's one thing that I do hope because of what she went out and went through. I sure as
Hmm.
hell hope she never had COVID during this time.
Yeah.
Because I knew that would be hard. You're facing what you're facing, um, and then you have that come on. That's just even more hard work, and
Yeah.
I hope to God that she never had to deal with that. And I pray to God you never have to deal with COVID.
I mean, my heart hurts for her, and it hurts that because I will miss her.
Yes, sir.
I'll
Or
miss
yes,
the
ma'am.
things we talked about. I'll miss her kindness, her
You didn't.
respect.
I hope you didn't hear me call you sir. You can put your foot up my ass later.
That's okay.
I was like, no, yes, ma'am.
Well, you know how many phone calls I've had? Because smoking changes your. Yeah, I've been called. Yeah, it's
Well, I was
okay.
reading the chats and Bouncer was there, so then I'm like, whoops.
It's okay.
It
Seriously.
happens. That shows how distracting I can get. But it hurts that we lost her. It hurts. But she still be looking over us, and she's taught us a
Hmm.
lot of things.
I don't know about that if it's true. The channel was just made today. Hmm.
Uh, yeah, a lot of them they'll come in and do that.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, they just made that channel today, so I'm not sure. I'm not even going to go near it because I'm not sure. Because you know what they do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
Salty
I
would
didn't
know
even
because
know.
Salty's in contact with her son. So
Yeah, and
um,
I did ask him later, and I don't know if you are in contact with the family, but once some of this settle down, if they will send some pictures, I will do a tribute of her
mm,
on my channel, like a video that plays the pictures of her, and that'll be something put out there for her.
you know, like I said, I wish Salty was here because he knows.
Yeah, I pray to God, that the family is going, is strong, and they are strong, but they, just makes them stronger. And sorry about the dolls in the background. They're, no matter what I do, they're not going to shut up.
It's okay. It is.
Yeah, there's walk around Chihuahua mixes that don't know how to shut up, and then Chihuahuas. We actually have a Chihuahua that looks like a damn hound, which is crazy because it's full blooded Chihuahua, but yet you would think it was a hound. Yeah, and I'm gonna be straight with my heart. People are gonna hate when I say this, but Anybody that comes after animals or abuse them, they're fucked up. I'm sorry, they are. I've rescued so many. I just actually rescued one. I have a video of pictures of her. When I found her, she's a terrier of some sort. And her hair was so matted. She had sticker weeds, everything in her hair. It was chased by bigger dogs. And if we wouldn't have saved her, she would have probably been gone by now. I took her to bed. She weren't chipped. I was like, man, I fucking hate
Good
that.
night, Bouncer Slap.
Good night, bouncer.
I sent Salty an email, so we'll see.
Yeah, you can get my number from any of them.
Alrighty.
You can always keep in touch. Just like I say, there's a lot of things to people. I don't, if they got something, I may not be able to give a good advice, but I could be there to listen.
Yeah.
A lot of people go, oh, but you got so much wisdom. It's not about the wisdom. It's about being there and listening.
Yeah.
I'll give advice for medical stuff, but when it comes to like a life lesson, things that are happening, I can't give you the life lessons because you're going to have to learn it on your own. I can tell you what I would do differently or what in my case, what I would have done, but only you can do your own ways of getting through it.
Exactly.
It's like doing home health aid. Many of my patients, they couldn't, they said, you got an old soul. I said, why? They go, because all these shows like Bonanza Gunsmoke. I says, well, my grandfather always watched it. Like the old time
Yeah.
country music, there's a lot of singers I know back then of those. And the biggest enjoyment that I had doing home health aid was seeing my clients knowing that I knew all these shows. It made them comfortable. They actually have somebody that's taking care of them that actually knows what they enjoy. Good night, Cookie. Good to see you.
Good night, Cookie. Cookie.
That was the biggest appreciation I could get out of my clients, was knowing that they seen that I know what they enjoyed, especially with my dementia and
Yeah,
autism.
exactly.
When they're having a situation where they're not in the right mind, because dementia can screw you over a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I would always find a way to deter what's going on by what they enjoy. Just like if the Alzheimer's patient had aggression towards a certain person or certain reason, it was always easier to walk away for 5 minutes and come back because their mood would change that quick.
You're right. Yeah.
Or find something that they enjoy, like, hey, why don't you come watch Bonanza Gunsmoke? Find their enjoyment.
There's a channel on here that I was watching, and I'm sorry to say I forgot the name of it, but I'm sure it's in my saved list. This man is documenting his mother's battle with dementia. I know it's very different. Dementia and Alzheimer's they are very different. They're the same because it affects the mind, but how it does affect the mind is different.
To a point.
Yeah. The son is documenting his mom from day one.
And
the last episode I saw is when she was really starting to forget who he is and where she is and all this other stuff. She didn't know, she don't know that that's her son, because he would come and get her almost every night and take her out to Wendy's and get a Frosty. And so he would document it every day, her descent into dementia. It was really sad to watch, because they'd be driving down the road and she would start looking at him like, who are you? Where am I? And where are we going?
And that's the hardest part.
Sad. Yeah.
And one of the things that my one of my clients' family said was, I make it look easy. They couldn't understand how to deal with it, and that I had taught them so much. They go, you care for my father or my mother, just like they were your own family. I says, sometimes it takes a different person. And they say, well, since you've been here, it's been easier. Things have changed. I says, it's only because of the experiences I've had with previous patients or what I've seen or what I know.
Yeah.
One of the things with dementia and Alzheimer's patients that you can do so they can be a little bit more independent is label where everything goes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. He started doing that because you went to an assisted living. He didn't, and her own whole room was, yeah, covered in this is that, this is your toothbrush, you got to do this. Everything was labeled because she got to the point where she didn't even know what a toothbrush was or what this was or that was. I mean, the simplest things, what a
And I didn't
glass
know that.
was, and
In the beginning, I didn't know that until I had a patient.
yeah,
And one of my patients' families was doing that. I went into the home, and it was my very second patient, Miss Bootsy, as they called her.
yeah,
Little handsy, but she was very, knowledgeable woman. I loved her to death. She had gotten sick, or they put her in assisted living, so I ended up losing that client. But
yeah.
she was the very first client that I had that really touched me, and I learned a lot from her
Yeah,
in the short time that I had. Her family would label everything, and I'm like,
yeah.
huh.
But she didn't even know what toothpaste was. She didn't know what that was used for.
It makes it
You
hard, and
know.
you have to explain them.
Yeah,
Assisted living in these nursing facilities, they don't have enough time.
yeah,
Oh, let's put it this way: they have enough time, but they don't put the effort into helping their patients.
yeah.
One of
And
my
it was,
one of my patients that I had, I loved her to death. She actually called me my mother because she knew my mother as a child. And with her, she was in a facility, and when I would get told, "Oh, this is what a CNA done to me," a lot of people say, "Well, you can't believe what they say." I was like, "Yeah, you can believe. They may not tell you everything, but they remember things.
yeah.
A bad experience will make that person feel bad about that one. They won't be comfortable around them, and I would see it. And
Well,
I got tired of it, and I told the family, I said, "This is going on." And they fixed the situation, but it's still the facilities are not all that great.
well, Craig, you have to realize that there's a lot of trolls. So I'm still not convinced, and I'm
Yeah,
sorry if you are, but maybe now knowing who you are, maybe going on your mom's account to come
hmm
back in here would reassure us all that you
yeah.
are indeed who you claim to be, because trolls would go to that extreme. So, but okay, but yeah, that would be the best way to prove that it was indeed you, would be to come back on your mom's account. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
the trolls would go, they go to unimaginable lengths to troll people. So I'm sorry, you know. So with you
It's
saying that who you are, if you do come in on your mom's account, that would absolutely prove who you are.
and I understand a lot of people don't have YouTube accounts until recent, or they just started it. But a lot of people still have a YouTube account.
Yeah,
So, and like you said, there's a lot of will create new ones. It's just like
yeah,
Mary Jane Rottencrotch. Her followers will do it. And as soon as I just texted somebody that may know, so hopefully they'll get back to me. And if it isn't, then I'll go ahead and knock them out. But
yeah,
there's it's just like I said with the Mary Jane Rottencrotch. She makes up multiple accounts, and then she's got her followers that will.
yeah.
And you can always tell it. It's some of the names that they put out. I just laugh at. It's just stupid shit. People do. You know, I don't know. There's just so many of them does stupid shit. There's one here in Florida. I cannot stand a guy, so-called going after pedophiles and everybody else that talks to him. But there's a lot of things that they've done that they contradict themselves. If
Exactly.
they don't like what you say on a panel, they want to argue with you, or they just pretty much shut you down. And do I care about the person? Hell no. He can say whatever he wants. That $400,000 worth of stuff, getting off of what they got off of with it. Yeah, you have to be like a confidential informant. Sorry, that's just my opinion. You can't get away with stuff like that in federal. No, you can't. If it was me and you, we'd be still in prison.
Yeah.
So there's things like people like that. It's just they have their followers, and the followers will come after you, and it's like, so what? You're the dumb ones. If you're gonna believe the shit that this person's telling you, and you're not actually doing a thinking process of like, wow, they got away with this, or wow, this happens, but yet it still seems like a good person when they're not. You got to think about them things. That's how you know they're a troll, or they got a bad side to them. Something seems suspicious. There's something wrong there.
Right. Oh, I'm starting to get tired.
I don't blame you myself too, but
Yeah. One
we're
of them
here for
days.
Lanlee, and
Yeah.
I pray for her family and everybody else that's known her.
Yeah.
It is a hurtful time, and that's why I created this live stream so people can come up and talk good about her. And yeah, can be Sarah. Yeah,
Like I said, if he has access to Langley's account, then yeah, he should definitely 100% go on it to prove that it is him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but there's just too many. That's the easiest and simplest way to go about it.
and
I would do it in a heartbeat if that was if that was me in there. I would
if that
definitely.
was them, if that was they have their mother's phone, so you could
Yeah,
easily
true.
get on.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Yeah, you're right.
That's something that people don't understand.
Mhm. I don't know. Like I said, the trolls would go to any length to do some god awful things.
So there's
Yeah.
ways of reaching out.
Yeah.
Just 1 second. I don't think y'all want to hear me blow my nose, so yeah. Brothers have COVID, and then right before we found out about one brother having COVID, I had bronchitis. So
Yeah, you have to. Like I said, you have to be. My very dear friend, she's vaccinated, but she got COVID. So yeah, it can happen.
yep, exactly. That's what I was telling my mother right after my brother. He's mentally handicapped, so he didn't understand the mask up kind of thing, or keep a distance. But I told her, I said, even though we're vaccinated, we can still get it. It may not be as strong, but it still can get it.
How is she using the phone if that doesn't
Yeah.
have, she's using her phone?
Hidden. One more. I don't, after that tells you, they telling themselves. That's how dumb these people are. I will never understand why people are telling themselves the way they do.
Yeah.
It's just like I was telling you earlier with the video that I put up, just to catch the minions and get, people that I knew that knew what was going on. I said, watch this, they'll be the first ones to say something. Sure as shit, the next live stream they were in, they said something, and they said it for a couple of times, and then later that night I deleted it, and everybody's trying to find it. Like, yeah, okay, y'all just look dumb. And that's something that I tell you, I took pride in that one. I can't help it, but To me, that made me feel like, hey, that just proves how dumb y'all can be. It was fun for me, and it made them look dumb, and a lot of people started catching on the way they're acting. It's like the one person was following them, and was they were working together on these live streams. I get a message through one of my mods that said, "Go look at this channel." Well, Crybaby Crack Horse started ignoring the person that she was helping for a while, and that person, just doing the same thing she done to me, and they didn't know why. I'm like, I hate that that happened, but I'm glad that they finally seen it, because that just shows who the one person that I've been
This is
saying
just,
all this time has been one of those who will turn in an instant. I'm glad that the person found that out. Not that I, wanted her to find out the way she did. That wasn't right. But I'm glad now she knows.
the trolls sometimes want to say, well, the person did this, that's a bad person, the person did that, and that's a bad person. When you look at what the trolls are doing,
They're
they're a
worse.
hundred times worse than anybody they say. They say this person's did this, and what they do is 100 times worse.
Uh huh.
So they're worse than whoever. They're literally way worse than the person they're supposedly trolling. Makes
Yep.
no sense. What they're doing is horrific. What they're doing is way beyond
Or spreading
beyond
rumors. Like,
horrible.
here's one rumor I thought was funny. Oh, it was talking about me and my mother. Oh, they go and give nude pictures to unwanted people.
Oh my god.
And I just looked at them like, really? How dumb are y'all, really?
Yeah, and the things they say or do are worse than what they say the person they're trolling does. It's like, are you serious? You
Well,
are
when they
more disgusting than the person you claim to be trolling is.
and it's funny because when they saying that, that just shows how nasty and vulgar they
Yeah,
can be.
yeah.
And it's like, really?
I know.
They'll do that because they don't realize how dumb they make themselves look like. Oh, I'm supposed to be the troll, but yet you're the one that's doing the stupid shit.
The disgusting, vile, pathetic shit. And it's like, are you serious? You're
The one,
worse. You're worse than anybody could be.
the ones that really look and really start listening, they'll know the truth.
Yeah.
It's like one of the auditors that I've watched for a while now. I've been able to, they've seen some of it, but they didn't know the whole story behind it. So I would let them know my end of it. And they started seeing their followers, and they're unmodded. Like, I seen it. This is done. They're done. These people got so mad that they started talking shit about that one auditor, and I'm like, really, you're so stupid. That auditor can see it no matter what. I wouldn't even have to show the auditor. There was times that I would get a message that said, "Hey, did you see this?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't even have to tell you because I know you were there." And it's like, it's stupid shit like that. They get caught, and then when they get caught, they don't like it. It's like, I don't know why they think they gotta do the things that they do and not expect people to catch on. Lanlee, she's seen a lot of things, but she never hated anybody. Hate takes a lot out of you than it does to love somebody. Love gives you happiness. Love gives you peace. Where hate will make you bitter. I don't hate my trolls. I may be disgusted with them, but I don't hate them. Because in my mind, I know who they really are, and I know that they're an empty soul. They have nothing better to do with their lives to just cause havoc, and that's just what they do. There's things that I know about some of the trolls that information that has come to me, but I don't use it against them. It's not worth it. A lot of people will do that. I won't.
Yeah,
It's not worth it because if you're using what you know about somebody, you're no better than them.
exactly. And I'm sorry, so far what I've seen the trolls do are worse than anything they say anybody else has done. The ones they've done worse than what anybody they're trolling does.
Yeah, and especially when they're going around every channel that they try to go against you. One of the guys that he's an auditor that comes he's close by up north, but he's about an hour behind me because I'm on the East Coast. He came into my chats one time, and and was talking about the crybaby, and he goes, "I never know that what was going on. I never noticed." And I just explained to him. I said, "I only didn't go to your channel because I didn't want drama caused to your channel. I have too much respect to you." And he goes, "If it happens, well, I'll take care of it." And that's where I gain respect even more for the person.
Yeah,
I don't mind telling who the troll is. I have no, because I don't want that channel to see drama and see that's going on and thinking that I'm the one causing it. No, I stay quiet. Like they can talk their shit. I'd rather stay off the channel than to have them have drama.
exactly. All right, I am so tired right now.
Yeah, I'm
And
actually about to end it because I've got to
appointments
get
earlier.
get the rest of the dogs fed.
Yeah, how long? Yeah, we've been on here 3 hours, Misty. It was a good panel.
Yeah, and then it gave Lanlee her tribute. I
Of
do hope
course.
that that I can do more for her later on, but if the family doesn't want it, I can understand, and it's a tribute to her.
Yeah, the only thing I will continue to do is treat her with respect. Whether you know, I will just treat her with respect.
Keep her memory alive. That's all we can
With
do.
yeah, and very respectful. So yeah.
Sir, the biggest trolls is the trolls.
Ooh, who do? There's too many.
The biggest trolls are the trolls. They're the
Uh,
biggest.
yeah, exactly.
There's
But
not one
anyways,
bigger than the other. They're all the biggest.
thanks for having me up here, Misty.
Anytime, I love you.
All right, you make sure you take care of yourself, and I'll keep an eye out. We'll go live next 2 days or something.
Yeah, it'll probably be a while. I'm still talking to Rev. We're gonna try to do like a Sunday thing,
All right, I'll keep my eyes open.
but that'll be on Sundays. I just been sick, and last
Yeah.
week I think was Father's Day, so we didn't do it then. So I still got to get in touch with him on that.
All right, Sarah. Thank you for hanging here, and anybody else that's left. Um, thank you so much. Thank
Thank you
you,
for coming up.
Misty, for letting us um,
Speak kind words only.
show respect to Langley. I appreciate that.
We have to because that
Oh
woman's been
yeah.
there for us.
All right. Yeah, definitely. But I'll holler at you again.
All right, thank you.
All
Love
right.
you, and you have a good night.
You well.
Hey guys, I'm gonna say a quick prayer for Lanely and her family. But just give me one quick second. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this prayer real quick. Dear Lord, I pray that the family is not having any trouble with trolls and everybody that has hate. Please guide them in the right way. Lord, keep your hands on them and make sure Lanley's memory stays alive. In Jesus' name, amen. Everybody, y'all have a good day, and I will talk to y'all another day.